Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. Hashtag Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Cup.
I took my little white dog for a walk this morning. Lost him in the snow. If you see him, please feed him. Leave him on my doorstep. My goodness. What a barrage of snow. Isn't this awful? The Wannock was saying the wind chill something like minus 30 or worse, or the wind shield, as Jason Milne used to say it when he was a little kid. Hope you're warm, driving safe. And if you got a shovel tonight, well, if you own your own property, you're probably going to have to shovel something. Maybe if you live in an apartment or a condo or something, you won't have to shovel. But it is gross out there. But hopefully it snows till overnight? I think sometime overnight it stops. And then I don't think it's going to snow for a few days. It's just going to be cold. Wasn't Benny saying next Wednesday or Thursday it starts to warm up again? So whatever. We're getting hit with it. We've all dealt with it before, but it's kind of a bummer, man, because like it was so nice out. The snow was going away, and now we got it all again. But I had to shovel a little bit this morning. I had about 15 to 20 minutes worth of shoveling. I live in a row townhouses, and I have one of my neighbors is a very enthusiastic shoveler. Ooh. And so he's in the last unit, so he has to do, like we all have to do, our driveways and our ramps and our stairs and the sidewalks in front of our actual properties.
Right.
But my neighbor has the corner unit. So he's got the sidewalk along the side as well. So he tends to get out there and really go at it. And we were out there at the same time today, both shoveling away. But I came out a little after him and stopped before him, partially because I had to get to work to be in this incredible EST Olympic draft today on the Hangout. Goal here for Sweden, 4-1 Sweden.
Wow.
I think Zibanejad scored it, 4-1 Sweden over Latvia, 14:06 left in the third period. We'll keep you updated on that one. So that's the winner going on to face the United States in the quarters tomorrow. Canada's going to get Czechia, 8:40 a.m., 8:40 a.m. Mountain Time, if you want to follow along with that one. But, yeah, there'll be more shoveling tonight. I wonder how this is it common or uncommon if you live in the city of Edmonton? I don't know this, Coop.
Okay.
Is it common or uncommon if you're a homeowner, like you actually own a house?
Okay.
Would you say it's more common or less common that you own a snowblower? Like not just the handheld blower that looks like a leaf blower.
Oh,
like actually the push snowblower. Would you say it's common that most people who own houses own those? I don't know.
I would say it's uncommon. At least in my
has
neighborhood.
one. My dad has one.
Yeah, I know people who have them, and my neighbor down the road who I went to school with, he helps our elderly neighbor every once in a while as well, and it's just a lot less work. But I'd say it's quite uncommon. Okay. Like usually people who,
I guess it depends how much sidewalk you have, or
if you just have the one stretch, it's not worth it.
I don't think my dad will mind me saying this. My dad on his block is the elderly neighbor. No, this year my parents got someone to help them with the snow, but up until probably a couple of years ago, my dad would be the elderly neighbor not getting helped. He'd be doing 4 or 5 houses in either direction.
Seriously?
Yes. Oh yeah. He'd get out there and
not just he'd do.
A few, I don't know how many. My mom will probably text me, but he would do at least a couple houses in either direction, if not more, with the actual snowblower. Now the front, the sidewalk, he's not going into people's yards.
Okay, I was
like, he's not going into people's yards and doing the walkways, but he's doing the at least the sidewalk that runs along the street.
Oh, that's a good Samaritan right there. Yeah, I'm the kind of guy, I'm a bit selfish sometimes in the morning, and I don't shovel as much as I probably should, but today I was the first one up in my family, and I live with my parents still, so I helped them shovel.
Right.
And I did my front area and things like that, and it was a good workout, basically. Like, I was on the way to the gym this morning, humble brag, whatever. But usually I'd go on the treadmill for a few minutes, and I'm like, hey, I don't need that, because it was like 10 to 15 minutes of me shoveling, and I was like, wow, I thought we were over with this. But if I owned a snowblower, I would probably go down the track and help my immediate neighbors.
Right.
Next couple.
Because there's probably times if they don't have a snowblower, they've shoveled some or all of your sidewalk. So why not? Why not?
I
use
got
the
a couple
blower?
neighbors that might let it pile up.
Oh, they're a
so
little
often.
curmudgeonly, are they?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a bylaw, but it never gets. Nobody enforces it.
A lot of people saying that unless you have a corner lot or a long driveway, you probably don't have a snowblower in the city of Edmonton. JW says, judging by the sounds on my block this day, 3 of 12 have snowblowers. I guess
And they're
you wake
noisier
up
too,
and you hear how much is going on. So I live near the Oliver Pool, and they seem to clear the area around there late at night. So sometimes it'll be like 11 and I'll hear a blower. I'm like, who's? Oh, and it's like, it's the city people or the people looking after the pool. All right. So those posts are coming in there in the nasty chat. Dan, is that Dan Greaser? What does he go by? Dan Grazer? Grazer.
I think that is, yeah.
Okay, Dan, you can't do this to me. You can't put Fahrenheit in. You have to put Celsius in. Dan's in Austin, Texas, which is cool. 78 Fahrenheit means nothing to me.
Okay, 78
it's probably,
Fahrenheit. Let's
what
check.
is it? I'm going to say that is 23 Celsius. It might be warmer than that.
What did you say?
23 Celsius.
23. It is 25.
25. Okay. But you got to put, you can't. And look, I know, now I don't know if Dan is Canadian. And Dan, I'm partially having fun with you, but I am also making a point, as I often do. So you can't, you can do it, but you put in Fahrenheit. It's like, well, you should know. You should just know how to convert it. No, we shouldn't, because there are 3 countries in the world that use Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
and for some reason, the Americans cling to it.
I know, it's so odd.
Just switch to Celsius already.
Just be like everybody. Stop trying to be different, okay? Make it easier for everybody.
He's laughing and apologizing in the nasty chat. It's like that Nate Bargatze sketch, the sketches now from SNL where he's George Washington. Have you ever seen those?
No, I
So it's
haven't, no.
he's George Washington and he's speaking to these troops about building America, and it's like, and in America we'll have 2 systems of measurement.
Oh.
We'll measure wine and pop in liters and milliliters, and beer and water in ounces, and then somebody's like, and how will we convert them one to the other? And he's like, no one knows.
We won't.
Something like that.
I might have seen clips of that. Yeah, it's just like, we're just gonna make it difficult and not easy to understand. I still don't get it, Reid.
All right, we're here. Reid Wilkins with you. Jason Milne is not in today. Zachary Kubish, you've been hearing his voice. He's at the technical desk. Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. Thanks to Matthew Awanek for filling in for me on Friday as I was off that day. And we have a lot to talk to today. We got hockey stories. We got curling stories. We got double touching. We got F-bombs.
Well, we're talking about curling.
Yeah, we're talking about curling. Of course, we'll have our usual fun stuff with I'll do Jay's play of the day for play of the day today. We'll do our words of the day. We got fired up for Gemco. We got buying or selling for Damon Bunting. The Oilers on the ice today. Matt Savoy assigned to Bakersfield, so he'll play a couple games there. This will just help with their cap a little bit, and then I would expect that he'll rejoin the Oilers for the game. What are we? A week from tomorrow? Is that Anaheim they're playing? I think that's Anaheim that they're playing.
Yes,
on their 3-game California road trip when they come back. We'll talk a little bit about the Tkachuk chirp on. Here's I can talk about a little bit now.
Okay.
First of all, that got caught on camera. I would think if we heard everything that is said on the ice, and look, I've been very lucky to work with ex-NHLers like Joaquin Gage here at Edmonton Sports Talk, like Matt Cassian here at Edmonton Sports Talk, like Rob Brown at my previous job, know a lot of other guys, Edmonton and area, some former Oilers, stuff like that. Like it can be pretty brutal and quite frankly, I forgot to mention Sean Bell. And quite disgusting. I think in some cases there aren't a lot of boundaries. If you want to get under a guy's skin, Rob Brown definitely said like he heard things about, other guys' family members,
you can get vulgar.
Like you can get very vulgar, like things. Oh, I heard this about this person in your life, or maybe some of it was based on reality, and it would be a sore point, and guys will still go there. So Matthew Tkachuk pointing out like, "Hey, I beat you in the Stanley Cup final a couple," because that's basically what he's saying.
Yeah,
my team beat yours in the Cup final. Okay, well he's got that ammunition, I guess. I'm sure there are far worse things that could be said and have been said. Like apparently, you saw some of the reporting last year that the chirping in the Cup final between the Panthers and the Oilers, Volume 2, was pretty vicious. Yeah, because they'd seen each other the previous year. So I think there's always stuff. I mean, look, you always see little comments. I mean, you've heard about players. You've heard about players saying stuff to Nurse about his contract and. So the stuff happens out there.
Some things go unheard.
So the only thing the couple things that I find curious, Tkachuk is saying it to Draisaitl in a game between the United States and Germany. Germany is not expected to win that game.
Not at all.
So that to me, that was kind of like, okay, I get it. You want to get under this guy's skin. It probably really doesn't get under Leon's skin. And that's what I would say. It's like, Matthew, this is not an upset. Like if Germany was favored and they're beating the United States, then maybe it might be a little more biting. It's like, hey, Leon, you can't beat us in the NHL. You're supposed to beat us in the Olympics, and you still can't beat me.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, but it's kind of like, well, it would almost, not quite, but almost being like one of the Canadian players going to like Johanna Vitu on France and be like, you can't make it in the NHL, you can't make it in the Olympics either. Like, okay. The other, so whatever. I mean, this is just... I'm not losing my mind over it. I'm just sharing a couple things that popped into my head about it.
No, there was some strong reaction, though, as well. And I thought it was a very clever thing to say in the moment.
It was okay. It was okay.
He's pretty funny.
The thing that I found curious is like, why is baby fat Brady involved? Have the Senators won a playoff series with him on the roster?
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong. So baby fat Brady is like teaming up with his brother to make fun of Leon,
but he didn't do.
Who's never had? I mean, was baby fat Brady not on the team that lost 9 games to the Oilers in the All Canadian division?
Yeah, they got spanked.
But this is the thing: the Tkachuk brothers feed off each other, right? They have this whole thing like we're unified together. I mean, Matthew's an excellent player. He hasn't the Oilers took his lunch money against the Flames, right? Okay, and then he got the better. He got the better of the Oilers. Was part of a team that got the better of the Oilers in the Stanley Cup final. So whatever. But I mean that's life on the ice. Leon just kind of smirked it off after the game in an interview with Rashog, and that's part of Tkachuk's thing. He's a very, very good hockey player, and so is baby fat Brady, quite frankly. But
I like that nickname.
He just hasn't been on. Oh, I thought that was his actual name.
Oh, you didn't know it was Brady? Yeah, baby fat Brady. Oh, that's a glorious one. I wonder what if Chet Palmer has anything to say about that coming up later as well.
He actually does right away. So anyway, but we'll touch on that. Drew Remenda is going to be on the show 4:00 today. David Nedohin's going to be on the show.
Amazing.
Okay, incredible curling career. First of all, his wife Heather is coaching the Canadian team right now, and I believe Dave's taken a team to the World Junior Curling Championships later this week. But of course, we got to get his perspective on this double touch, on Marc Kennedy's reaction. And look, this is I'll get more into this later on. I guess the thing I would say about this, and I've been very fortunate. I mean, Marc Kennedy's been on this show probably 3 times, I want to say, since it started about a year and a half ago. I interviewed him several times at Ched. He's a great interview. I think he's a great ambassador for curling. Like, I know from a media standpoint, whenever he does an interview, he's got a lot of energy. He's explanatory. He has fun with it. He'll talk about the good shots and the bad shots. Like, he doesn't shy away from stuff. I'm sure we'll have him on after the Olympics and give him a chance to reflect and maybe talk about that moment and the you can bleep off reaction, Oscar, and all that kind of stuff. I guess, so look, I think that'll be dealt with. He'll deal with it after the Olympics, and then we'll move on from it. It'll be part of his history. I guess the thing that kind of makes me a little, I don't know if sad is the right word, but to some extent, Marc won't be able to escape this. Like 6 years from now, he'll be picking out apples at the supermarket, picking out the good apples or putting grapes in a plastic bag or something. And some fan's going to see him and be like, oh, that's Marc Kennedy. He's going to be like, hey, Marc, you can tell those grapes to F off, eh? Or something.
He really showed up.
He's going to have to hear about it probably for quite a while. And I don't think in a bad sense. I just think he's going to have to hear about it. Like
there's a lot of passion there.
He'll be out in public and somebody will be like, hey, that's Marc Kennedy, or he'll be golfing at a charity tournament and he'll hit one into the rough and somebody will say like, oh, Marc, you can tell that ball to F off, eh? Like it's going to be part of the language of how people address him now. And it might get tiring for him after a while. Having said that, we want to get the perspective there from David Nedohin. Okay, we better get to the afternoon headlines. So did Chet work on Friday?
No, he was actually absent as well.
He was absent as well. He and I somehow had the same day off. It's the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Those mouthy Kachuk boys are going after Dandy Dry. Somebody ought to give them a shot right in the kisser. Hey, lineup starts to my left, Oil Country. Those Swedish curlers sure have their meatballs in a bunch. Hey, Jason Milne, is that an extended finger in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Captain Connie is putting up 3 points per game. Tomorrow, you can bet he's going to burn Czechia the same way my Aunt Sherma burns the turkey every Christmas. Hey, Czechia, here comes your hot stuffing. I'm Chet Palmer.
I wonder if the stovetop stuffing, too. I mean, with the burnt turkey.
It's
real.
It's right in there.
It's right. Nice. Yeah, but you still burn the turkey. But oh my gosh, is that an extended finger in your pocket, or are you just happy?
Yeah, well, because that's what Marc kind of had his extended finger, maybe touching the rock.
Touch.
All right, a lot of ways for you to get in touch. Well, a few anyway. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. If you would like to text, and usually Jay handles the text line, so I'll do a good job. I'll try to do my best here to keep an eye on it today. I apologize if I ever miss some messages, but it is 780-218-9999, presented by River Crew Resort and Casino. They got the Tap 25 happy hour, $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine, served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m., and, of course, you can post in the Nasty Chat. That's the chat rolling along on our YouTube stream. And when you are in there, don't forget to give us the thumbs up.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right, and subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. We have soared past 14,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. As for the thumbs up, don't be a pleasure layer. Get in there and click. We try to give it at least 100 every show. Just some messages coming in the Nasty Chat. Smitty the Welder, always very to the point about Matthew Tkachuk. Turtle Boy couldn't handle Canadian media and had to move to the States. Gutless clown.
Oh, okay. Well, we also had one in from Timber Woodsman. It's just a gif of sloth. In regards, I think, to baby fat Brady.
Oh, really?
Might see a bit of a resemblance there, I think, is that response in the River Cree inbox.
Mike, the Michigan fan, is what I want to know is how did Oscar from the Swedish curling team know that there was video and photos from one angle only? When are you not allowed to get information from electronic devices and from the bench? Caster 1990 says it's like Koob is dead to Chet. He's right there, but no questions to what's in his pocket. Well, I think Chet wants to know what's in Jay's pocket.
Yeah,
even if Jay's isn't here, that's part of the routine.
Has he really had the answer though of what is in Jay Milne's pocket? He's still trying to figure it out. It's still a mystery.
Yeah, he's still trying to. Well, it could change from day to day too. Mm-hmm. And Rip City Step says, read that the Oilers send Savoy down so they can add Jeff Skinner. Thanks. I'll hang up and listen. Okay, Rip City Step. He's such a clever little bugaboo, isn't he? Was it Jeff Skinner has cleared waivers and been terminated by the San Jose Sharks?
Yes, for the purpose of contract termination, signing a 1 year, $3 million
So anyway,
contract,
Savoy sent down for a few days here for salary cap purposes. So it was interesting. The Winter Olympics are on. We see a lot of sports we don't often see, right? And sometimes you wonder, like, how hard is that? How hard does a person train for that? What do you have to sacrifice to do that? And then you get the other crowd, right? The people who say, oh, I could do that. So there was a guy, I'm not even going to say the name of the Twitter account, but somebody posted on Twitter over the weekend, I'm not saying curling is easy, but I am saying if me and 3 of my boys played every week starting now, we'd be Olympic level in time to compete at the next games. Like, I have no idea who that person is. If they mean that, I mean, they deserve to be ostracized from their communities.
Yeah.
Go live in a cave somewhere. So, whatever. But we thought, and I think we kind of had this on our whiteboard as one of our ideas, Coob. Mm-hmm. And this is the off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. What is a record you think you can break? Now, this does not have to be sports. It can be sports, and it could be a record that, quite frankly, you couldn't break, but you could come up with a humorous way to tell us that you're going to break it. Or maybe it could be actually some other record that you think you can break. So I'll start here. So apparently, the world record for most potato chips eaten in 1 minute is held by Travis. I'm going to guess it's Mizashevsky because it's Mizejewskie. So I think it's probably the Shevsky ending, like with Mike Krzyzewski, Natasha Stanishevsky. But anyway, if I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. He ate 27 potato chips in 1 minute. I think
27 only?
I think with training, I might be able to do that.
I feel like I could definitely eat more than 27 potato chips in a single minute.
I don't know. I'd like to try it because, well, think how many chips I'd get to eat while I was trying to do this record.
Yeah, exactly. You just enjoy. Now, I wonder what the ruling is, though, on the kind of chip it is. Do you get to pick what
I'm not sure
is
the
there a
size.
specific-
Yeah.
Is it a
How many
big
can you
chip?
put in your mouth at once?
Yeah. If it's one by one, you got to choose.
Could you have them pre-chewed?
Yeah, exactly. Just have them ready to go. Could you layer them like a little layer?
Yeah,
you
like
get
5
six
in a
of them.
row.
Yeah, you could
But I
house a
think
few
with work,
chips.
maybe I could do that. All right. So
I
what
believe in you,
So
yeah.
what do you have, Coob, on? Because YouTube Trev inspired us for this one.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, I got a few, and I noted a couple.
Give me
odd
a
ones.
couple now, and then we'll bring in the rest throughout the show.
So apparently on this day in 2019, the record for the most T-shirts worn at once was broken by Ted Hastings of Kitchener, Ontario.
Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of that. Yeah.
And beat out the previous record by 3. So wore T-shirts from medium to 20XL. I feel like I could put on a lot of T-shirts. Now, he needed assistance by the 120th.
How many did he wear?
Over 200.
Didn't he run a marathon in them or something like that? Did he do a run in them?
I didn't see that part of it, but I mean, to put on 260 T-shirts alone is pretty crazy. Now, I feel like I can, I don't know if you can really train for that. You just have to put on the T-shirts and, see where it goes from there and how many that you could fit. But one realistic one for me, I feel like I could beat is the most jelly beans eaten with chopsticks. So in a single minute. So the record is 40 by Asha Leo of the United States. Broke the record in September 2017, and you have to eat them one by one with the chopsticks. And the record is 40.
For what?
For the most jelly beans eaten with
jelly
chopsticks.
beans. Okay.
Very specific, hyper specific kind of stuff. I mean, most T-shirts worn and stuff like that. Another mention for me would be, I guess, a video game marathon. Most time played straight playing video games, and a Hungarian, I'm going to butcher the name, so I'm not going to say it. These are all Guinness World Record recognized, by the way. This was broken in October of 2024, 144 hours. So that's 6 days of playing video games in a row.
Oh, wow. So probably got a break every so often to pee or something like that.
I mean, you have to. Maybe you can, I don't know, if you got games on your phone, you could, continue playing if need be during your breaks, but I don't think it was that.
I tried to look up the record for most time without peeing because our colleague YouTube Trev says he only pees once a day. Yeah. So I was like, is there a record for someone holding their pee? It was hard to find. I found a couple stories that I think were satirical, so I didn't include that. But Trev also claims he doesn't blink, that he rarely blinks. Now, I found something that said somebody went over 17 hours without blinking. But yours, the stuff you found was, this is the thing with the way some of these records are recorded. Yeah. They might be a little shady.
They're all unofficial. So on AI Overview, just quick search what popped up. Guinness World Records does not maintain an official active category for not blinking. Key records and attempts for not blinking. 2 hours by Anushka AS from India, reported to have kept her eyes open for 2 hours in late 2023. Another one, apparently
just
Ashton Kutcher in 2011 kept his eyes open for an hour and 5 minutes. Just 2 hours, yeah. Just 2 hours, Reid.
Well, right, because this other one I found, I thought it said 17. Okay, but who knows?
Now,
I don't think we could break those. Trev thinks he could break them.
But I mean, okay, if somebody was sitting there and dropped, because your eyes would dry out, that's just not good for your eyes.
Exactly.
You need eye drops, right? So, I mean, I don't know if the one that you said, how many hours was that?
17.
17. So almost an entire day.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, you'd have to sleep.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing here? Are they sitting there and got their eyes peeled open with eye drops coming in, or are you just sitting there and having a staring contest with the wall?
Aiden says, I think Aiden says, I think with training, I could break the record for most spoons balanced on my face, which is currently at 31. Okay, there's a goal. Mech says, it says most movies seen in a theater in 1 year is 777. I think I can break that if you get me unemployed. There's 2 movies in the theater per day.
I wonder what the length of movie, if you go see a short film, it's still a movie, right?
Well, it would probably have to be of a certain length.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our off-topic topic. What is a record, sports or otherwise, you think you can break? Now, again, you could pick the record for the 100-meter dash and tell us how you're going to do it. Or you can pick weird stuff like we're doing. Either way.
Yeah, I'm not that athletic.
Well, that guy who thinks he could make the Olympics in curling, maybe he thinks he could just,
Sure, yeah, just pick it up.
Dominate speed skating. He could win a medal in every sport in the Olympics.
He could do everything. He'd be the greatest Olympic athlete of all time.
780-218-9999 is the River Crew Resort and Casino inbox. You can post in the nasty chat on YouTube as well. Give us a thumbs up. Okay, I'll get to the inbox when we get back. Dave Nedohin to talk some curling at 4 o'clock. It's the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne.
And Sweden moves on, beating Latvia by a score of 5-1. 5 different goal scorers there for the Swedes. Adrian Kempe, Gabe Landeskog, Philip Forsberg, Mika Zibanejad, and William Nylander finding the back of the net for that one. And the men's qualification round tomorrow, Canada's men's squad faces Czechia at 8:40 in the morning. For the women's team, they play the United States for gold on Thursday. And in Oilers news, Matt Savoy has been loaned to the AHL Condors, a 22-year-old with 9 goals, 18 points in 58 games this season. The Condors play the Firebirds tomorrow. We also saw Canada's Brad Jacobs improve to 6-1 in the round robin, beating Great Britain 9-5. Canada second to Switzerland, who sports a perfect record through 7 matches. Both Canada's Jacobs and Rachel Homan face Italy tomorrow morning. And earlier, Canada won gold in the women's team pursuit speed skating event. Make that 3 gold medals for Canada at these games, adding to their total medal count now with 12. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or find them at paramountflooring.ca. More with Reid Wilkins following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Canada will only allow one goal in the preliminary round. Hired or fired.
So they have Switzerland and then France. I'm going to hire it.
He said somebody gets one by.
Yeah, I would guess Switzerland. Someone's going to get one in Switzerland. But other than that.
Cass, hired or fired?
Hire it. They give up one. I mean, the odds of them running 3 straight are low.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Your home for live music and great performances is
the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Looking by Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain.
Hear the story of Waylon Jennings through story, song, and multimedia performance March 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino.
The only way to know how.
Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino.
Excitement, bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada ski cross racer Reese Howden.
Being able to represent a country that has done everything to support my dreams is unreal. To stand on the podium and represent Canada, I don't take it for granted at all.
Sentinel Storage, proud partner of Team Canada.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Jason Milne not in today. Reid Wilkins with you. Zach Kubish at the technical desk. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. UFC 326 is live Saturday, March 7th at the Canadian Brewhouse. Catch every punch. Enjoy ice-cold drinks and nonstop action. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. Dave Nedohin at the top of the hour. I really want to get the perspective of an elite-level curler about some of the stuff with Marc Kennedy and the double touching and all that kind of stuff. Drew Remenda at 5 o'clock. So it's all set for tomorrow because Sweden advance. So is it Sweden, USA?
Yeah, so
that's a good matchup.
At 1:10, it'll be the United States against Sweden, and then of course Slovakia and Germany in the morning. Finland, Switzerland will go at it, and Canada and Czechia will drop the puck.
So that's it. So Canada game is at 8:40 Mountain Time tomorrow. Now the Germany game, it's like really early here in Edmonton, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4:10 in the morning, 6:10 a.m. Eastern time.
So 4:10 Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you might have to get up early to shovel, so you can watch the game in between.
Yeah, I was actually pondering on waking up that early to watch the game because Germany is one of those teams that, I have my heritage. My grandparents are from Germany, so I want to see them move on selfishly, and I think they're a good squad. But waking up at 4:10 in the morning, I'm not working no morning shift.
That's pretty
like the
early.
Morning boys.
Yeah, that's pretty.
early.
Well, they can keep you updated on the morning show.
True.
780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Just want to get to a couple other ones here for our off-topic topic. A record you think you can break. We were talking about some of them. Troll checking in. 6 days video gaming seems like rookie numbers. Brent P. South Park had a great satirical episode about taking a world record dump. Brent P. Thank you for clarifying it's satirical.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I thought it was a documentary.
Yeah, come on. Of course, it being South Park as well. You think it's all real.
All right. And then Sean says, in 1 minute, 353 grams of chicken wings eaten is the record. I think I can break 19 in a 1 minute. 19, is that what he means, or does he mean 19 chicken wings?
Yeah, in 1 minute 19 and brackets.
Maybe he didn't mean the of there.
Grams.
Yeah, 19 chicken wings is the record. I think I can break most chicken wings eaten in an hour, but I don't know for a minute.
Well,
That's
quick search. Record for most chicken wings eaten in one sitting, usually lasting 26 to 30 minutes. AI tells me is 501. Now, if you had
but you got to scroll
hour,
down past the AI stuff.
I know.
With the actual,
I trust.
Try to find
trust
actual
the AI
stories.
Too much. I mean, you if you have an hour, like at some point when you're eating the chicken wings, you're going to get too full. So I don't know what the process would be. You might have to just chow down as many as you can in the first 15 minutes and kind of wait until the latter half of the hour to see if you got any more space. But that's a pretty good record to think that you could break.
So what's a record you think you can break? The off-topic topic for William Huff. Team Canada at the Olympics today. So McKinnon and Bennett did not practice. McKinnon should be good for tomorrow. McDavid with Celebrini and Wilson. Horvat was with Marchand and Jarvis. Marchand going to return tomorrow. Crosby with Marner and Stone. Suzuki with Hagel and Reinhart. So we'll see who comes out. So Marchand can get back into the lineup as Canada will play Czechia for the second time in this tournament. I should clarify, because we were talking about this in the office today. After this round, the teams are reseeded. Okay? So it's not a set draw anymore. I mean, like, Canada knew they were playing the winner of Czechia and Denmark. Canada's next opponent is now based on the rankings of the 12 teams after the pool play. So if the 4 favorites win tomorrow, then it would be Canada-Finland in the semifinals on Friday. Okay, because the top 4 teams that got byes in order were Canada, USA, Slovakia, Finland. All right? So now if there's an upset or 2 or whatever, so Canada plays the lowest ranking team. So, for example, let's say that, who should I pick here? If Sweden beat the States, then Canada would play Sweden in the semifinals because Sweden's the 7th seed. It is possible for Canada to play Germany. That would be the McDavid-Draisaitl matchup. So let's do a hypothetical here, Coop.
Okay.
So if Canada wins, then how could we get a Canada-Germany matchup? So then the U.S. would have to win.
And
then if Germany, so the Finland-Switzerland, if for Canada to play Germany, the winner of Finland-Switzerland wouldn't matter. You would need, obviously, Canada to win, the U.S. to beat Sweden, and then if Germany upended Slovakia, then it would be Canada-Germany. Mm-hmm. The Finland-Switzerland matchup wouldn't matter for that because Germany would be the lowest remaining team. But if all the favorites win, it's Canada against Finland. It'd be Canada, Finland, U.S., Slovakia.
Oh. That would be insane. I don't know if they haven't played against each other at any set, like World Juniors or World Hockey Championships or anything. Have Leon Draisaitl, McDavid.
Did they play against each other in that World Cup? Did North America play Europe? I don't think they did. Yeah, Big Uke saying Germany actually the betting favorite for that game. That would be pretty cool. if it was Connor against Leon in an Olympic semifinal. I do think Germany has a chance in their game for sure. But I'll have an interesting play of the day going along those lines when we get to that. Okay?
Sweet.
But yes, it is possible for Leon and Connor to play each other. Yeah, just checking here. Larzy says, I could set the world record for staring out the window watching the snow melt. Probably could do that. I don't know what the current record is. You could create a record. That's the thing when it comes to Guinness. You can just create a record. You just have to document it and prove it.
It could be the most obscure thing. It's unbelievable. There was one, now Logan Paul, one of the Paul brothers.
One of your heroes.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, you bring him up quite a bit.
Well, he is a spectacle, okay? He had a record set for the most expensive Pokemon card bought. And that is a Guinness World Record. The most expensive Pokemon card sold or whatever. He wanted to have a record, so he did that. And there's this YouTube channel. They do athletic kind of, I guess, challenges. So they do various things from golf. They've done curling or badminton, hockey, whatever. And they're called Dude Perfect. So they've tried to make their own world records. The only people to throw a football over a stadium or something like that, an arena over this height and to make it this far and stuff like that. Like you could go into the details by an inch or one little parameter change in the record. And, you know, if you had the time to bring them out and to prove it and you're really training for it, I'm sure Guinness would, turn their way and put the spotlight on that.
So we're just asking how a Canada-Germany gold medal game could happen. So Canada would obviously have to beat Czechia. Germany would have to beat Slovakia. But then Sweden would have to beat the States. So Germany avoids Canada in the semis. Because Canada would get the lowest team. So that would be Sweden. So then Canada would play Sweden. Germany would get the winner of Switzerland-Finland and would have to win that. Canada would have to beat Sweden, and that's how you could get a Canada-Germany final. So for that to happen, Sweden has to beat the States. Because if the States beat Sweden and Canada beats Czechia, then it would be Canada-Germany in the semi. Okay? So for Canada to play Germany in the final, so Canada's playing Czechia. So that Czechia is the lowest seed right now, so they'd be out. So then Germany and Sweden would have to win. So Germany's 6, Sweden is 7. Okay, so it'd have to be Sweden beating the States, Germany beating Slovakia. That would put Canada and Germany in the opposite semifinals, and then they could get in. So that's how that would happen. Okay. All right. Jay's off today. I'll do his play of the day for Play Alberta when we get back.
News, Matt Savoy has been loaned to the AHL Condors, a 22-year-old having 9 goals, 18 points in 58 games this season. The Condors are in action tomorrow against the Firebirds. In for ice hockey action, the quarterfinals are set tomorrow. Canada and Czechia face off at 8:40 in the morning. Leon Draisaitl and the Germans take on Slovakia at 4:10. It's the United States and Sweden going at it. Sweden upending Latvia 5-1 earlier today. Puck drop for that is at 1:10, and earlier in the day at 10:10 in the morning, Finland will face off against Switzerland. Elsewhere, we saw Canada's Brad Jacobs improve to 6-1 in the round robin, beating Great Britain 9-5. Canada second only to Switzerland, who sports a perfect record through 7 matches. Both Canada's Jacobs and Rachel Holman face Italy tomorrow morning. Canada has won 3 gold medals, now picking up 1 in women's team pursuit speed skating, adding to their total medal count now with 12. This Sports Update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, Jay's Play of the Day up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Now he's on this Olympic team. He saw 3 points in the first game. Let's say he breaks Slanian Koivu's Olympic point tournament record. He's the tournament MVP. He wins a gold medal when we've waited for him. He gets the first crack at the Olympic and wins a gold medal, and maybe he scores the winner. And there's a chance that the next 2 weeks here could be the most prime that we'll ever see from Connor McDavid.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Your home for live music and great performances is
the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Looking by Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain.
Hear the story of Waylon Jennings through story, song, and multimedia performance March 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino.
The only way they know how.
Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino.
Excitement, bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right, thanks all for joining us this afternoon. Martin texting the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Connor versus Leon at an Olympic semifinal would be like Ohtani. He put Ohtani versus Trump at the World Baseball Classic. I think he meant Trout. I think his phone... I would like to see Trump hit against Ohtani, or Trump pitched to Ohtani. That would also be interesting. I think he meant Trout. Because didn't Ohtani versus Trout face each other right at the end of the World Baseball Classic a few years ago? I think, Martin, that is a classic autocorrect.
Maybe I get caught with this too.
This Ohtani kid, he's no big deal. I could strike him out, no problem. I could be in the majors.
Yeah.
But I think he means. I started reading that and I was like, wait a minute. I think
what?
Martin means. I think he means Ohtani versus Trout.
Trout, not yeah. Well,
Ohtani versus Trump. That creates a whole other imagery. That creates a lot of other storylines that we'll probably just leave alone.
Just gloss over that. Well, it's easy to do the voice to text too. Like if you're speaking into your phone sometimes.
Sean also says, I also think I can type the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog multiple times in under a minute. It's a famous English sentence containing every letter of the alphabet at least once. Records you think you can break. Ooh. All right, we're gonna do this here. Oh, even though Jay's not here today, we're still gonna do the theme.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, it's time to turn up the fun with the all-new Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino live dealers, lottery, instance, and of course, sports betting. So you got the Play Alberta app. You got playalberta.ca. Now, Jay's away together. So Jay's away today, but I got to put this together. It still says Jay's Play of the Day when you go to the website, but this is actually the Wilkie special. So it's not a huge long shot. Canada to win against Czechia, -2.5. Right? So they got to win by 3 goals or more. They've been winning, 5-0, 5-1, 10-2. Well, they probably won't win 10-2 tomorrow. Connor McDavid to get 2 or more points. He's been getting 3 per game. So I'm actually being modest there. Makar to get at least a point, and Celebrini to get at least a point. A little bit of a boost here. So the way I do the odds, they have it at 3.15 to 1. I believe it's shown up as plus 215 for the people who do the odds the other way.
That is correct.
All right. So that's Jay's Play of the Day, which is actually Reid's Play of the Day. Canada -2.5 against Czechia, with McDavid getting 2 or more points, Makar getting 1 or more points, and Celebrini getting 1 or more points. I'm going to put something on that right now, my friend.
Ooh,
why don't I sprinkle on my own Play of the Day?
I put a little sprinkle.
Done.
You put a nice $5 bill on that?
I'll put $5 on there.
Get
Sure.
back $15.75.
Why not do it?
If you hit.
We're buying coffee tomorrow.
Yeah. Ooh.
We're buying snow shovels.
Yeah.
Snow shovels probably cost more than $15. So anyway, we'll have a little fun with that. People are having fun with Martin's text. Shamu says, I think he meant Carney versus Trump. Casino Dealer Jay says it's supposed to be Obama against Trout. Not Ohtani against Trump. It's supposed to be Obama against Trout. That's what he meant.
That's what he meant. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. So yeah, I had the 4-day weekend. I saw a fair amount of Olympics, I guess. What was the most I watched was probably Sunday. I'm trying to think back now. It's a bit of a blur because I watched Canada, France. By the way, the French kicked the guy out for fighting, eh?
Yeah, he's gone.
The French hockey,
banned.
they just said, no, you can't play for our team anymore. There was curling on that day. Because didn't both the men and women play? Yeah, I watched bits and pieces of a bunch of other stuff.
Some figure skating.
Yeah,
was there as well.
The thing is, I have trouble. This is gonna. Well, maybe people will understand where I'm coming from. Yuke says it wasn't for fighting; it was for the other stuff he did. Yuke, stemming from the fight, I guess is what I should have said. But
still, in that same
but
scuffle.
still, I don't know how many hockey federations would have kicked a guy out even for that.
No.
Yeah. What else? I'm trying to think. What else I saw? I saw a little bit of figure skating. I have to say, I know the figure skating gets knocked on for 2 things. One of 2 things, or for some people, both. That it's judged, right? I get it. It's a purely judged sport. And then I guess some people say, well, they don't like the outfits, or that it's not masculine enough or whatever. But I always think, like, look at what they're doing. Like the lifts, the jumping, and this. I do find the athleticism amazing. I don't understand all of it. I don't necessarily understand the judging necessarily. But I think the figure skating is pretty amazing to watch. The sliding events are. I feel like I used to like I'm not saying I appreciate that everything is difficult and that there's a ton of training that goes into it. Maybe I just don't find the sliding events as interesting to watch because it's the same track. They cut to the same camera angles at the same time. I mean, yes, you can tell somebody's hitting the sides a little more, but I haven't found that as interesting as maybe in other Olympics. But I like the curling. I like hockey. I love short track speed skating. I feel like I wish I would have been able to watch more of the short track speed skating. It seems like when it's been on, I haven't been able to watch, or I'm watching something else. But we did an Olympic draft this morning on the Hangout, and we had to take 3 Olympic events each, and I took short track speed skating as the first one in that category because I just think it's fun to watch. It goes by quickly. It's I mean, I'm sure there are rules and nuances I don't understand, but generally it's easy to understand.
Very easy, yeah.
From a surface level thing, you're trying to beat everybody else to the finish line. So, it's still, each one is an individual race. It's not just your time. You have to beat the other people to the finish line, and you have to do so clearly without falling or fouling other people. Right. Mm-hmm. And so I like that one quite a bit. My Olympic events that I drafted were short track, speed skating, curling, and biathlon. And biathlon, it's just the old joke, like, well, what sports are we to combine? Well, you got to ski really far and stop every once in a while to shoot a gun. Why not?
Yeah. Is that really a sport?
Yes, it is. Biathlon's a sport.
I know it. I know it's a sport, and I understand it is in the Olympics and has been for quite some time. But like compared to curling or hockey or even half pipe or any of the ski events.
Well, biathlon's been around a lot longer than some of the aerials and moguls and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk more about the draft a little bit later on. So that's Jay's play of the day, which today is my play of the day for Play Alberta. Canada against Czechia. Canada -2.5. McDavid to get 2 or more points. McCarr to get 1 or more points. Celebrini to get 1 or more points. It's boosted. So the way I do the odds, 3.15 to 1, or the other way the odds are done, +215. All right. What's the perspective of a high-level curler of some of the stuff that's been going on in curling here at the Olympics? We're going to find out from David Nedohin when we get back.
The Lock Shop.
How about the curling controversy on the weekend?
Oh, buddy, what'd you think?
And now with this AI, I saw a thing of Marc Kennedy sliding all the way down the ice, going into the thing, pushing 3 rocks out.
Like Kennedy sort of came unhinged, telling him to F off and everything, and then the video emerges of the finger touch on it, and
I thought Kennedy looked like a complete clown.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
news, Matt Savoy has been loaned to the AHL Condors, a 22-year-old with 9 goals, 18 points in 58 games this season. The Condors are in action tomorrow against the Firebirds. In ice hockey, play the quarterfinals are set. Canada and Czechia will face off at 8:40 in the morning. Leon Draisaitl and the Germans take on Slovakia at 4:10 a.m. It's USA and Sweden dropping the puck at 1:10 in the afternoon, and at 10:10 a.m. Finland meets Switzerland. We also saw Canada's Brad Jacobs improve to 6-1 in the round robin, beating Great Britain 9-5. Canada is second only to Switzerland, who sports a perfect record through 7 matches. Both Canada's Jacobs and Rachel Holman face Italy tomorrow morning. Earlier, Canada won gold in women's team pursuit speed skating, make that 3 gold medals for Canada at these games, adding to their total medal count now with 12. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2, the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Oilers practicing at about 2 this afternoon. We'll get to some comments from Oilers head coach Chris Knobloch later on this hour. As yes, this is the earliest time teams allowed to get back on the ice here during the Olympic break. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl and Josh Szymanski both getting ready to play in quarterfinals at the Olympics tomorrow. So much to talk about in the Olympics. I want to dive more into some of the curling stories. This is our Voices of the Game segment for Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. We're more than just plywood. We offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. With a huge selection of hardwoods and knowledgeable staff, we're here for all your DIY needs. Windsor Plywood Leduc, the experts you need to know. Well, this guy is an expert in the sport of curling. What do we got? 4-time Brier champ, 3-time world champ, and continues to work with the next generation of curlers, which we're going to talk about as well. I don't talk to this guy nearly often enough, so I'm glad he's making time for us today. It's David Nedohin checking in. Dave, it's Reid. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, Reid.
All right. We got a lot to get to here. Thanks, as always, for coming on. So Heather is coaching. So she's coaching the Homan team, so big result for them today, eh?
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily at the time to them, but it was kind of a do or die. Like, I mean, they needed to win that for a whole bunch of reasons. And, obviously Sweden was undefeated. Homan's team was in a bit of a hole. They put themselves in a position where they don't need any help now. Like, they can win their games, they'll make the playoffs and go from there. So they're in a very good spot, even though there's been a few ups and downs through the week.
All right. So Canada 4-3, South Korea 4-3, and then a couple teams at 3-4. So, but they kind of control their own.
Yeah, because they play Korea on their last game. So as long as they beat Korea, they're well, I mean, they got to beat Italy first and then Korea. So they got 2 games. They got to win them both. They don't need any help. So they're in a good position. Yeah.
You know, David, I got to ask you about this because teams can call timeouts, right? Mm-hmm. And then the coach can come. So Heather's coaching there. Mm-hmm. And I find it interesting because some coaches will come in, and this is men's and women's, mm-hmm. and they're really involved, it seems to me, from what I see on TV. Like, okay, well, what about this? Well, how's the ice? How are you feeling about this shot? And then I feel other coaches kind of come in there, stand with their hands behind their back, listen, and then there's kind of a decision, and the coach just goes, everybody feel good? And I'm like, why'd they call the timeout if what they need the coach for?
No, you're right. It's different for everybody. Heather's role actually coaching this week is a bit of a unique one. So they have a whole bunch of coaches there. They've got some Curling Canada coaches. They've got a statistician in Renee Sonnenberg. They've got the Curling Canada team captain. So Heather's taken a role of, she's actually not on the ice level, but she's scouting rocks and teams of all the games that they're going to be playing again. So she does the on-ice, watches them from afar, but then also is like preparing for the next games. So she's got a little bit of a different role, and it's interesting. We also have somebody on our team, my junior team that I coach, that does something very similar.
Okay, and I want to get to your junior team before I let you go here, but I want to dive into this double touching of a rock here. Okay, I know people have been reading about it over the weekend, but you've curled So before we get into that specific, those specific incidents and the Marc Kennedy reaction, how do you summarize the rule?
Well, I think that's part of the problem, right? So there's two rules that are at play here. One is you can't touch a moving stone once it's reached the hog line. So that's rule number one. So whether or not there was a double touch or a single touch or whatever it is, when the rock reaches the front of that line, you can no longer be in contact with it. The other rule is kind of a little bit vague. It says you can't touch the stone at any point after you've let go. So, I mean, for many, many, many years, there's been lots of like players that sort of have a little regrip, like they come out and they just kind of regrip the stone and let it go. And I guess technically that would be like a double touch, but it's in my mind, that's not really a rule. The rule is let go before the hog line, right? I mean, I don't care how many times you touch it, really, it doesn't matter. Now, where Marc was wrong was his finger was still on the rock when it touched the hog line. So whether it was after he let go or touched the stone or whatever, there was an infraction. There's no question. You could see it on a video. There was an infraction, but I think the part that's hilarious about the whole thing is the cheating comments. Like, it's like, it's in hockey games, somebody does a high stick. Okay, it's an infraction. You didn't cheat. Like, you're not a cheater because you high stick someone. Or if somebody starts off the sprint line that half second or that quarter second too fast, it's an infraction. They'll go back and they'll do it again. You got one more chance, or sometimes you don't actually. It's an infraction. Like, they're just infractions. Nobody's trying to cheat. So there's a whole bunch of moving parts in this. There's the rule, like you asked about, which is, to me, it's like let go of the rock before the hog line. Pretty simple. And then the other part of it is what was going on sort of behind the scenes there, right, with the Swedish team. And the easiest way I can sort of explain this, Nick Edin and those guys, I think they're like 6 or 7-time world champions, obviously amazing curlers. Oscar Eriksson, the third that was involved in the situation, the easiest way to explain this, he's the Matthew Tkachuk of curling. Everybody will know right away what I'm talking about, right? He's the Matthew Tkachuk of curling. Only he's actually a better curler than probably Matthew as a hockey player, but nonetheless, that's it. Like, what they did by calling officials, perfectly fine. It happens all the time. Official comes out, have a look at what's going on, leave it in the hands of the officials. Like, that's it. Just back off then. But he wouldn't let it go. He kept on poking and prodding and little comments and just getting under their skin with the whole intent to escalate that. And unfortunately for Marc, it definitely got to him there, and he kind of blew a lid, as we saw. But yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was wondering about that. I mean, these guys, if you count other events, like, they could play each other, I don't know if it'd be a dozen times a year, but other times, and then you multiply that by how many years they've been in here. Like, I remember when you guys were playing, like, somebody told me, like, well, yeah, these guys are playing in curling playdowns or at the Brier, but go to a Tuesday night at whatever club, they play men's league. So they play a lot. So when it comes to Marc's release, and I've noticed the thing with the finger, is that just a habit he has to help him finish the shot, or
just a habit? I think that lots, if you actually went down the list of all the top players, there's lots that do it. Like, I even think of, Marc's old skip, Kevin Martin. Like, lots of times he'd let go and then give it a little push with his fingers if he didn't feel like it was quite right. Or, so you could look at a whole bunch of players that kind of do that. Like Brad Gushue does that. He'll let go of the outturn and you'll see his fingers kind of, now is it doing anything or is it just habit? So I think there's going to be, there's going to have to be some sort of rule change from the World Curling Federation if they want to all of a sudden enforce that, which has never been a rule until this week. Like, something that you just basically couldn't let go and then redirect the stone. But if they're talking about this double touch thing, lots of players do it. And it's never been anything that anyone's kind of thought twice about until all of a sudden it became a big deal for the Swedes. I don't know.
Well, and that brings up an interesting point. Like, if they're that worried about it and they're telling a TV camera to go film it, like, to me, you're beaten already. If you're that worried about it.
The breadcrumbs are pretty clear there, right? they're trying to do anything they can to get an advantage in the game, and they're out. Like they're out, and Canada's not, and Canada's playing terrific, and so I give them a ton of credit because, that wasn't a reaction I know that Marc would have liked to have had. So they put it off to the side, shelved it, got back to what they're supposed to be doing, and business as usual. But it's always been a game of just that mutual sort of respect. And yes, if somebody's pushing the limits on a rule, like they're definitely an infraction on the hog line, call an official out. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? That's why they put the sensors in the handles, because they want that rule enforced. Many years ago, and to call an official is actually kind of crazy on this whole thing anyways. It was actually our team, like the Furby team back in 2001. We were at the Worlds in Lausanne, and Randy had 4 rocks pulled in the semifinal game. So we were in Switzerland playing against the Swiss team, and they had one hogline official, this Swiss lady. I'm sure she's very nice, but she was much, much, much older than I am to say that. And she pulled 4 of Randy's rocks, and instant replay showed that none of them were even close to being over the hogline. So because of that blow up, they put those electric sensors in the handles, and it's kind of, solved that problem. But now all of a sudden, I guess there's a new problem with the double touch that, like I said, has never been a problem until now when the Swedish team brought it up and made it into a big deal. But I think all the rest of the curlers are just like, what are you doing? Like,
okay. Yeah, this is interesting getting your perspective on it. This is why I wanted to have you on. David Nedohin joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline, because I've known Marc quite a while now, like the same way mostly you and I know each other, just doing interviews and talking curling. So I know he's intense. And when I kind of he didn't wait to use the F word. So that's why I'm glad you brought up that Matthew Tkachuk comment. Clearly there's some pent up stuff, or other comments perhaps during that match that the mics wouldn't be.
There would have been a lot more during that match, I'm sure about it. So that's why I said the behind the scenes stuff is what we didn't see. It wasn't just that Oscar decided to say something. There was little things, I guarantee you, going on in the whole match. So
what do you think Marc was talking about? What about you dancing around in the house on my peel?
Well, that's an actual rule as well. That if you want to go by letter of the law in the rule book, you have to remain motionless behind the team that's holding the broom. That's a rule. So if that's not, Marc's point was, if you're going to start calling out these rules that are not affecting the game, but you're clearly trying to cause a problem, I'll call you on one. There's lots of little gray areas, little infractions that could happen, like in any sport. So it was just, he was kind of defending his turf a little bit there.
Right. What is, I'm sure you knew I was going to ask this because I love great stories. What's the the most heated you ever got with an opponent, or something you said to an opponent, if you're willing to share, where you were like, I should have toned that down?
That's a good question. Well, you know what? I'm not proud to say it, but one time I know after a game against Kevin Martin, I said some things in the media I probably shouldn't have said either. We all do it one time or another, right?
Right.
And that was many years before I played with him. It was all, that came off the whole Grand Slam where they started. And there's a boycott for 2 years.
Yeah.
And we won the Briers, and we also won 2 more, which Kevin's, I don't know if that slipped his mind at the time, but there were some comments that were going on, and I went, after a heated loss, I said probably some things I shouldn't have said as well. So it happens. It comes out sometimes. And that's the thing too, is there's no other sport where you're just mic'd. Everything you say is right there. It's right on your, right in front of you. The emotions, it's all there for everybody to hear. So yeah, that's the beautiful thing about the sport, is that you can actually hear what the curlers are saying. You can get involved in the strategy. And that's why it's such a really big thing in terms of the television down in the US in particular, is that everybody can become an armchair curler because they're hearing what's going on and they can second guess it. There's no other sport in the world that has that. But then conversely, for the athletes, you have to remember that you're mic'd and everything you're saying is being broadcast to whoever's watching. So it is unique that way.
Yeah. Well, I can remember as a kid, they wouldn't be mic'd. Watching in the 80s. And then I think, you'll know this better than me, then I think they mic'd the skips. And then now for a long time, it's just been Was there not a time it was just the skips and maybe the other people? I don't know, but it is.
I did curl with a guy once though that actually was chased. He was on my team. He got chased out of a curling club from the opposition, swinging a broom at him. He didn't even grab his shoes. He ran straight out of the curling club out into the snow in his curling shoes.
This is because of something he said?
That's because what he said on the ice, and the guy finally had enough. And
oh my goodness!
Went chasing after him.
Okay, well, this is great perspective. This is perfect as to why I wanted to have you on. Dave Nedohin joining us. Okay, so you're part of some exciting stuff as well. You're traveling here right away. What's going on?
Yeah, so I coach Team Plet. So and my daughter Alyssa Nedohin is the third on it. Mila Plet's the skip. Chloe Faduik is the second, and Ali Iskew is the lead. We're the current national junior champions, and so we're off to Denmark on Thursday playing the World Championships. So we're extremely excited. We've been training, incredibly hard this whole season, and off to the Worlds coming up in 1 week.
Okay, so is this U20?
Yeah, it's U21. Yeah, U21.
So close to like World Junior Hockey or whatever.
Exactly.
So the curlers at that age, for them to, because you can look at the bios of a lot of Brier, Scotty's World Olympic champions, and they won the junior or they won U Sports or whatever. So is the next step for them? Is it physical ability, or is it just a deeper understanding of the tactics and just more games under your belt and recognizing all the possibilities?
Yeah, I think for that age where they're at, I mean, they have all the skill in the world. It's experience. It really is just experience. And we've been gaining tons of that this year. We did compete in the Olympic pre-trials, which was fantastic. We didn't get out of that into the actual Olympic trials, but I mean, we played some incredible teams and we won some games. We lost some games. We played in some televised events, the PointsBet Invitational. And those are the events that they start to gather that experience of like, what is this environment like? How do you play against the best? I mean, they can make all the shots, but it's knowing when to push. It's knowing when to bail. It's knowing when to take advantage of a situation. What is the risk versus reward? Like all of those things, you can talk about them, all the time and watch videos and give scenarios. And there's no replacement for experience. And that's why when you look at, the top teams, they're all in their late 20s, early to mid 30s. Some are older, of course, and that's fine. Some are definitely like Marc Kennedy and Ben Hebert and guys like that. They've managed to have a longer career than most, but you kind of have to be around that late 20s, early 30s to really hit your prime, I think. And so, when I look at the next Olympic cycles, like our girls are just coming out of juniors, probably the next Olympic cycle, if they choose to be, they would be in that mix. But the one after that is where they're really going to be hitting their prime in terms of setting their goals for Olympics for sure.
Dave, I'm going to ask you a favor. Let me know when they're back and how everything went, because we love profiling as many, and we do an athlete of the week here on the Reid Wilkins show. So who knows? Maybe someone from that rink could fit in here. This was great, man. I love talking to you. I think it's the first time you've been here since I moved over. So
it is. Yeah,
I got to bug you more often, or we'll get you in sometime and we'll just shoot the breeze. This was great perspective. Thank you so much, and all the best with your rink coming up here at juniors.
Thank you very much. Nice talking to you, Reid.
Right on. Dave Nedohin checking in. That was an incredible interview. Great perspective on everything going on with the double touching and the rocks and Marc Kennedy's reaction and the reputation of that Swedish curler. Happy to hear what you think after that. 780-218-9999 is how you text us. It's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out the River Cree mobile app, free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. Safe, secure, and easy to use. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. And, of course, if you are taking us in on YouTube, you can use the nasty chat, the chat stream down the right-hand side, and speak with me and with each other. And if you are on YouTube as well, click that thumbs up button if you haven't already.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. It's 4:21. Drew Remenda is going to join us in a little bit. We got buying or selling for Damon Bunting. Here's the coup.
quarterfinals action is set for the men's hockey tournament overseas. Canada and Czechia face off at 8:40 tomorrow morning. Leon Draisaitl and the Germans take on Slovakia at an early 4:10 puck drop. USA and Sweden meet for 1:10 in the afternoon, while Finland battles Switzerland at 10:10 in the morning. And earlier we saw Canada's Brad Jacobs prove to 6-1 in the round robin, beating Great Britain 9-5. Canada second only to Switzerland, who sports a perfect record through 7 matches. Both Canada's Jacobs and Rachel Homan face Italy tomorrow morning. Oilers news: Matt Savoy has been loaned to the AHL Condors, a 22-year-old with 9 goals, 18 points in 58 games this season. The Condors in action tomorrow against the Firebirds. And earlier, Canada won gold in women's team pursuit speed skating, making that 3 gold medals for Canada at these games, adding to their total medal count now with 12. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Buying or selling for Damon Bunting up next here on The Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Craig Button, we're going to be at the airport because we're flying to Mexico with 45 listeners at 9 o'clock.
Hang on a second here. Okay, we got big issues here. It's been 12 years since NHL players were at the Olympics. The Olympic schedule came out. You knew the gold medal game was on the 22nd. You guys have failed yourselves. You're hoping for a flight delay during a gold medal game. Oh, boy.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret, unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right. Pardon me. If you are missing Jay Milne, well, so am I. Jay not in today. Reid Wilkins flying solo with the Coob, of course, at the technical desk. Coob, you're a good guy.
I try and be. I do the best I can. I was raised right.
We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Taco Tuesday. That's today. Just leveled up at the Canadian Brewhouse all day. $3.49. New tacos and quesadillas after 4 p.m. Sip on $5.99 margaritas. $2 off Corona tankards and tequila shots starting at $5.99. Taco Tuesdays at the Canadian Brewhouse. So how about this tomorrow, everybody? Just going over the schedule one more time. Slovakia, Germany. These are the men's hockey quarterfinals. The QFs, as they call them, Coop. 4:10. I'm going to give Mountain Time, obviously, since we're based in the Mountain Time Zone. Slovakia, Germany at 4:10 in the morning. Now, maybe you're not up that early. But hey, you know what? Maybe your bladder's calling to you at 4:30. Turn on the TV for a few minutes. See what's going on. See how Leon's doing. Canada, Czechia, 8:40. So that should be on at your office if you got to go to work, right? That should be on at your office. Weren't Jay and I asking people that last week if they're able to watch at work? I mean, we're pretty lucky here.
Oh, well, I mean,
we have to watch it.
Lucky.
We got to sit and watch. So I'll probably do. Trying to think here, because there was that game last week that was at 8:40.
Yeah. So
I watched the first two periods at home. Might have even been the first time they played.
That was Czechia. Yeah, that was the first.
Right, because I think they were up 3-0, and then I came in and
early second period.
I missed maybe the first 3 minutes of the third period. So I'll probably tomorrow I'll either come in after the first or after the second, depending on how my morning's going.
Now, see, that's a trouble for me because I would like to watch maybe a period at home and then come here, but with the roads probably not being too hot, it's almost like you
might have to do some shoveling tomorrow too.
Yeah. I showed up early last week. I was here right for puck drop and watched it with LT, Trev, and Hernan rolled in as well. And you were here. It was a good time in the office for the first game of the round robin there against Czechia.
So Finland, Switzerland tomorrow, 10:10 Mountain. And
that's the exact puck drop time, I think. They're pretty on.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
For sure.
And US, Sweden, 1:10. So actually tomorrow we'll be having live updates for the end of the USA-Sweden game. That could be a good one.
Oh, I like that. I don't know. I mean, well, it's pretty easy to say who I'm pulling for.
It isn't easy to say. Who are you pulling for?
Well, I guess.
Do you want the States to suffer, or do you want Canada to be the ones who knock them out?
I'd rather just like to see it get done as early as possible and see the United States falter.
You just want them out. Yeah, because if you lose, the four teams who lose tomorrow will not have a chance at a medal. Mm-hmm. If you win tomorrow, you are playing for a medal.
Yeah.
Because even if you lose the semifinal, you get to play in the bronze medal game.
Mm.
So you would just say, sorry, Matthew. Sorry, baby fat Brady. You're just out.
Yeah. They'll be the bridesmaids this summer.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't even be that. They wouldn't even be the ring bearer.
Yeah, what would they even...
do we have to start... What's your wedding classification for... So the champion's the bride, second place is bridesmaid, bronze medal is what? Like the flower girls? Flower girl?
Yeah. Who would be the four... I don't know. You're not even catching the bouquet.
You're like the last table. Yeah, if you're out in the quarters, you're like last table to eat at the buffet.
Yeah, you're barely even
last
a plus
table
one,
called.
right? Yeah.
You're barely even a plus one. So anyway, fun day tomorrow, the quadruple header. And then what do we have? Thursday. My days are all over myself.
Oh, I know.
Because I just had a 4-day weekend. We're back on a Tuesday. I'm actually off again this Friday, Coop, so be ready for that.
Oh.
Then the women's gold medal game, that's Thursday, right?
Yeah, that's at 9:10 against the United States, and bronze medal will be at 4:40 between Sweden and Switzerland.
Okay, not too worried about that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, Canada versus you, USA's been rolling. They've scored. They're 4-0 in the round robin.
I don't know if I can remember a Canada-USA women's matchup where one of the teams was this big of an underdog.
Yeah.
In my personal memory. Certainly not at the Olympics. Maybe some of the Worlds.
Betting lines, it wasn't looking too hot. That was one of the closest games I've seen, and even on the broadcast when Canada won 2-1 over Switzerland to make it to the final here.
Yeah.
That was a very close game.
Canada dominated.
They did in the shot category.
But the score was not. Yeah,
9.
Switzerland could have got but Switzerland couldn't even get anything going at the end of the game. No. But right. All right. So a lot of fun stuff to follow. Plus we were talking about the curling, all the other great events going on with Canadian athletes. But big day tomorrow with the quadruple header for the men's hockey quarterfinals. We are going to do buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. By the way, we're going to hear from Oilers head coach Chris Knobloch in about 15 minutes or so. He spoke after practice day, and we'll probably get to some comments from Zach Hyman as well. But, Koob, I just want to go over some of the stuff that Dave Nedohin said, because it was great to have a guy who's played at the highest level of the sport talk about that. So he said, yes, in Dave Nedohin's view, Marc Kennedy did commit an infraction by having his finger on the rock as it got to the hog line.
Yeah.
So, but Dave Nedohin, I thought, made a good point. He goes, that is not cheating. That's an infraction. It's not like high level, organized, let's do something underhanded and try to beat the system. He made a good point. If you high stick someone in the face in a hockey game, you've committed a foul. Mm-hmm. You go to the penalty box. You are not a cheater.
Yeah, so you went against the rules, but you're not cheating or going out of your way.
So as Nedohin said, Kennedy had his finger on the rock, shouldn't have been there, wouldn't have affected the throw, but it was an infraction. The rock should have been pulled. Okay. Good analysis. Mark has that in his release. We'll probably get to talk to Mark once they're back from the Olympics, and he can break down some other stuff for us. But then I really enjoyed what he said about that exchange, because the first time I saw it, because that was on Friday, was it not? When I was off work, because I was texting Jay about it, because I didn't see it live, and then stuff starts popping up on social media, and then you see it, CBC or Sportsnet or whoever cuts it down, and I'm like, what is going on? Like they seriously got that heated. So I thought, okay, I know Marc Kennedy is an intense competitive guy, but I also know he's been around the block with curling. There's probably been little spats or conflicts or rules violations you have to handle. You don't just get mad, right? So I thought for him to immediately go to, you can bleep off, because that wasn't the first. Because what was it like? The guy's like, so it's okay to touch the rock now? And
Mark's
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you did.
Whoa, who's doing it? Well, and he kind of shrugs and he's like, who's doing it? He's like, me. He's like, what? I haven't done it once. And then he's like, you can bleep off. And then he tells him that.
Yeah, tells him off almost immediately.
So I'm like, okay, so for Mark to go to that language that quickly, I'm thinking, all right, what is going on? Now, I'm not excusing Mark using that. I think he came out and said later, hey, there's kids watching. I got to be a better example. Fair enough.
Yeah, for sure.
But I enjoyed what David Nedohin told us, that this gentleman, Oscar Eriksson, is the Matthew Tkachuk of curling.
Yeah.
And again, this wouldn't be the first time that Marc Kennedy, whatever rink he's been on, has played against this guy. So this could be years worth of needling, of mouthing off, of little comments. So and Nedohin, and again, I love getting this from Nedohin because he's been there. He says, well, if you got a problem, you can alert the rules official to it, right? If you actually think it's that big a deal, you can alert an official.
Yeah, you don't need to get in a spat.
Instead of going at the guy, would have been pretty easy to say, hey, Canada's doing this. We want you to watch it. They probably would have watched it. So, but I think this ties our whole theme of the show together, or part of our themes. We were talking about the Matthew Tkachuk comments to Leon Draisaitl. So Dave Nedohin calls this gentleman, Oscar Eriksson, who, by the way, is an incredibly decorated curler. I'm just double checking his bio. First curler in history to win 4 Olympic medals.
Wow.
Gold, silver, and 2 bronze. First to secure 2 Olympic medals in different curling disciplines during the same Olympics, right? Because I think he does the mixed curling as well. So he's an incredible curler, just like Matthew Tkachuk is an incredible hockey player.
Well, it could have been worked around. If it was that easy to go to the rules official, that should have been the first move. Maybe say, I don't know, one thing and be like, really, man? And then go by the rule book. But it's nice to see some fire though, at any level, and it gets people talking.
Well,
it
adds a little bit to the mystique of the thing. And now if Canada wins a medal, I mean, Matt Hyman is saying they did that though. Reid going to the official. Okay, well, if they're going to the official, then why does he have to say something to the Canadian team during the break?
Just let it be worked out. If the official didn't think there was anything there,
right?
Argue against the official, not the player who may have went through the infraction, right?
Right.
And he basically called him out right away.
I just think it's fun we're talking about curling in this way. Because I love watching curling. I love watching the Scotties, the Brier, the Worlds, and the Olympic curling. Like I love, like Jay and I were sitting in there last week trying to guess what shot the team was going to do next. We were right only once, and the German guy did something else, and he lost as a result. I don't know if you were still in the room. Right?
Yes.
Usually I can't figure out what they're going to do.
Right. And there's a lot of sportsmanship though in that sport. For the small amount that I've watched, and I've watched the most amount of curling this weekend. I think I watched 3 or 4 matches or something, at least parts of certain matches, and they respect each other for sure. There's a lot of respect that goes in the sport, just like if you compare it to hockey. But there's
a lot of like, hey, we're gonna eyeball it. Like I know they measure stuff and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I thought what Dave told us was really good perspective. And yeah, like he said, on that one throw specifically anyway, that there's the video of, okay, Marc committed an infraction. Should have been called.
Big whoop.
Did it affect the destination of the rock? No.
No, you're talking.
It did. No, it's still a rule. It's still a rule. It's still a rule. So again, if Sweden wants to do that, fine. If they want to bring it up to the Canadian team in that fashion, fine. But it's going to be shot back at them. Like Mark's going to say what he said. So look, it's if the shoe was on the other foot, we probably would have done the same thing. We still would have interviewed Dave Nedohin about it, and we would have got the perspective on it. Like, I'm not
for sure.
I think you can, in terms of the chirping stuff, I think you could probably say, if we want to look at Oscar and Marc, you could probably say both guys were in the wrong. Maybe both guys needed to calm down.
Mm-hmm. Should they add fighting to curling?
Should they? Maybe if they just fight, everything's fine. Just calms it down.
For sure. I agree with that. Like, there's certain things, and even Dave said when he joined that he said some things to his competition that he may have looked back.
Well, in the media, he said, I mean, there was a pretty heated stuff between the Furby rink and the Martin rink, right? You probably don't remember that because you wouldn't have been bored for some of that. I'll tell you the whole story after. So anyway, good interview with Dave Nedohin. You got a buying or selling for me?
I do. Now, I guess when I look at the landscape of Edmonton sports, there's some great mascots that we have here in the city, and Hunter with the Oilers, Guba with the Golden
Guba's
Bears
classic
for sure.
Yeah.
Buzz for the Stingers, Punter and Spike. But I'm asking you, Reid, buying or selling? Louis the Lion is the greatest Edmonton sports mascot.
Selling, it's Guba.
It is Guba?
Yeah.
Now, is that just the history that goes into?
Well, it's a bit of a personal buy. Now, I think the Guba costume is not the same as it was a few years ago, or was when I was in university. I've only been to a couple U of A events this year. I can't remember if Guba was on the scene or not. I could tell you when I was doing play-by-play for Pandas and Golden Bears basketball, look, I hope people don't think this is weird. Patches had a crush on me. Patches the Panda had a crush on me. She always seemed to be there when I would show up and be setting up my gear for the game.
Oh.
Always seemed to be, wiggling her rump nearby, stuff like that.
Oh, did she say anything?
But the Guba look, the Guba face, the one eye kind of with that sly look. Louis the Lion. Louis the Lion is great, but Guba for me takes the cake in Edmonton. I'm not going to claim to know every single mascot in the city.
No, I mean, okay. There's former or lesser known for the Edmonton Cracker Cats. It was Crusher.
Okay. Do the Elks still have Spike? I think Spike's gone.
I thought they brought him back. It says Spike was rebranded in 21. There's punter as well, but
Yeah,
I mean,
punter's the giant
those are
football.
The big football. I don't recall ever seeing Spike at.
I gotta give it to Guba. I gotta give it to Guba. Did you have an experience with Louis the Lion that you're asking me that?
Yeah, I mean, like when I was a little tyke, I was around Rexall Place and stuff like that, and Louis always stood out to me. I always wanted to go sit on his throne, and even my nieces, I brought them to a game this year, and we got to sit in the throne there with Louis. Like he's a kind face. He's always very welcoming, and he's a king. So
He really
I mean,
is.
he respects you, even though he's a king and he's got his own throne at Rogers and formerly Rexall Place. He still shows up and takes care of the fans.
Now, Wheels in the Nasty Chat, they had Homer the baseball. What was that?
Homer
the
the
Trappers,
baseball.
or was
Let's
that
see
the
this.
Capitals? That might have
Wow.
been the. I can't remember who that was. But you're just doing sports stuff, right? Because Mex is asking, is Cosmo of West Edmonton Mall eligible? No.
See, I don't remember
This
Cosmo.
is sports. I don't know what other, if some of the AJHL teams or the colleges would have mascots.
That is
They
the Edmonton
probably do.
Trappers, by the way. Homer the baseball. Yeah. And for the Trappers / prospects.
Yeah, I'm partial to Guba. Sorry, Coob.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not a U of A alum, and I don't even know the exact mascot name for the Nate Ooks. I mean, it's an Ook pick, but I don't know if it's Ook.
Do they have a giant owl?
They do have a giant owl that roams. I think they have a couple of them as well, but
Okay.
I frequently see the Ook mascot there at the hockey games for both men's and women's, just around the gymnasium as well.
That
for
was
all
an
those.
unexpected buying or selling. I did not see that one coming.
I had that one in my back pocket for a while, Reid. Been thinking that one.
He's been sitting on that one.
I know. I love Louis, so.
Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today or go to playalberta.ca. Look for EST specials. There's some fun stuff there. Jay's Play of the Day is there. I did that one today for the Canada-Czechia game tomorrow. Castor says Homer was the Trappers mascot. Reid, you met him at the Fun Spiel. Jasmine in the Nasty Chat says, how the hell to use a snowblower? I couldn't figure it out. And then kind of a distressed face emoji. And she adds, YouTube wasn't helpful. I couldn't even, I shovel.
I've never used one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I may have not either. I mean, we had one on the farm,
quote unquote. Yeah.
That was a long time ago. And my dad usually was up and snow blowing.
I had a mini handheld one. That's
I don't even know how to use a snow. Do they pull start?
There's older variants.
People are
I guess,
laughing
of it.
at us right now,
Yeah.
but I shovel.
I'd assume there's electrical snowblowers there as well, but I haven't used a big push one. Just kind of the normal blow. You
Like
turn
kind
it
of looks
on
like a
or-
leaf blower, but it's a snow blower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you call it. I mean, I guess around these
Help
parts.
Jasmine figure out how to use a snowblower.
Yeah.
There's something else people can do today. The off-topic topic for William Hoff, we'll revisit this, a record that you think you can break. Did you have a couple more, Coop? Or did you give all of yours?
Let's see here. Okay.
Give one if you have another one in the that you're sitting on, so to speak.
All right, another one in the clothing category. We talked about most T-shirts worn. That was broken by a Canadian in Kitchener, Ontario. 260 T-shirts put on at once. But most socks. Now, I'm not talking pair of socks, not 2 feet, just a single foot.
Single foot.
It's 184, recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records. That was broke in 2016.
And you think you can break? You think you can break this? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
how hard is it to put on sock after sock?
Oh, I've layered. Okay, I've layered a thin sock, just 2 pairs, and that's even a struggle. I couldn't imagine putting on more than 20, or how that would look. It would look like a cast on your foot. Like you need like size 25.
Your foot would look like it was quite swollen, Cooper.
Yeah, that maybe even get it signed. But yeah, 184.
Sean says, fighting and curling. Can we allow them to fence with their brooms? That'd be something. A little epee.
Yeah,
on the pebbled ice.
Try and get an extra score or something.
780-218-9999 is how you can text us. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. So maybe you're listening on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Thanks for doing that. Great audio streaming apps. Maybe you got us on a podcast in the future. But if you are on YouTube and have not done so, please click the thumbs up button. We want to get to 100. Like, if Jay comes back tomorrow and he's like, Reid, you couldn't get to 100 thumbs? You can't do it without me? Come on. Give me a hand here. Let's get to 100 thumbs and click the share button as well. Oh, yeah, the share button. And send the show link off to somebody else so they can enjoy it too. Drew Remenda coming up at 5. You'll hear a little bit from Chris Knobloch as well. It's the Reid Wilkins Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Oilers news, Matt Savoy has been loaned to the AHL. The 22-year-old with 9 goals, 18 points in 58 games played this season. The Condors in action tomorrow against the Firebirds. And men's quarterfinals action, it's Canada and Czechia rematching tomorrow at 8:40 in the morning. Canada picking up a 5-0 victory in their first matchup against Czechia to kick off the round robin. We also see Germany and Slovakia going at it. Sweden and the United States hitting the ice, while Finland and Switzerland go toe-to-toe. Earlier was Canada's Brad Jacobs, proving to 6-1 in the round robin, beating Great Britain 9-5. Canada second only to Switzerland, who sports a perfect record through 7 matches. And both Canada's squads will face Italy tomorrow morning. Canada now has 3 gold medals, picking one up earlier today in women's team pursuit speed skating. Make that 12 total medals for Canada at these games. The Reid Wilkins Show continues after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Hangout.
I said earlier you'd allow it.
Yeah,
now
no,
you
I
can
know.
talk back up.
I know.
Isn't that interesting? Holy shit.
Well, now I can't go back again, or else people will be upset.
Well, you've already got back once. You can feel free to go back. You're the commissioner. You got to make a call of this.
I'm sticking with my original judgment. It can be the same.
So you're flipping back now. All right. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada snowboarder Marc McMorris.
Thank you for your continued support, Canada. It's an honor to represent our country. Keep cheering loud, Canada. We feel it. Thank you, Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
All right. Hope you're having a great day. Well, if you love snow and wind and cold temperatures, it's like the perfect day. Like, was there anybody who woke up this morning and thought to themselves, finally, the perfect day? Like, sometimes you wake up in the summer and you look out the window and it's like, oh my goodness. Like, it's sunny, maybe just a little bit of cloud.
A little breeze,
just a slight breeze. You look, it's it's like it's plus 12 as you're waking up, and you look and the high is going to be like plus 19.
Oh.
And you're like, the perfect day.
Oh,
Like,
there must be somebody here in the city.
Yeah, there must be somebody who's really embracing this.
I mean, the first thing I did when I woke up, I didn't even go shovel. I just made a snow angel because I was so happy to see the snow back.
You just went out and angelized your yard.
Yeah, man, like that was me last week.
Oh my goodness.
I thought the weather was great. I'm like, man, I'm getting so excited. But it's easy to get down when you see the snow outside. But
yeah, well, hopefully you're not too down.
Yeah, no.
780-218-9999. That's the text line, the afternoon inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, which is turning 20 this year, celebrating big until October 26th. Over $1 million in prizes, 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. And again, this is all going along until October 26th, rivercreeresort.com. So the Oilers practice today at 2 o'clock. So obviously I was not able to go, getting ready for the show at 3 o'clock. And this is the first time I'm going to hear this as well. It's the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right, here is a couple minutes here. It's not too long. Chris Knobloch taking questions today after practice.
This kind of week of practice leading up to games is almost like a mini training camp. Maybe what's your main focus during this time, and just talk about the energy that you saw from today?
Yeah, it's good to have them back and just kind of feeling the puck, getting their legs going again. Some of them have been on the ice. Most of them have been on the ice a little bit, but I think the first day was more of just kind of getting everything back, their hands, their feet, and then we'll be ramping up the intensity as the week goes on, and we'll be reviewing some system stuff and also probably introducing some things that'll be a little bit different.
It's been a really busy schedule and a lot of stretch of hockey for you guys, especially in January. So how well timed was this break, and is it tough to manage the length of it?
Anytime you're coming off a losing streak, it's always nice to have a break and reset. Also gave us a good time to, as coaching staff, reflect and look at how things are going, because as the season progresses, you don't have any time to really sit back and look back at the big picture and seeing how things are going. Obviously, you evaluating every game and did that one go well, that one not, and hopefully you're making a small adjustment. You can't really look at the big picture, and I think this break for the coaching staff especially, being able to look at seeing things that we do well, things that we can improve, and obviously we want to change the direction of the way the season has been going.
As a coach, are you able to step away at all? Especially in the middle of the season, is it just too hard to get your mind off of it, even when you have a day off?
The time I spend with my family, I get to try not to think about hockey, but every day it's on my mind for a good part of it, and thinking about things. And but I think the time with my family was able to just relax a little bit, because first half of the year, I shouldn't say half, 2/3 of the year, it's been a busy season and there's been a lot of games, and I haven't spent much time with them. So I know this little break was good for me, it was good for the players, and I know everyone's excited to get back at it.
There's a lot of build up for the Olympics. What's it been like to finally see Connor, Leon, even Josh on the Olympic ice here?
Well, you think about the starts of Connor having 3 points and 3 points again, and Leon scoring immediately on his first shift. They've got off to a great start, and Josh has been playing really well, given a lot of responsibility there with that team, and I've been enjoying watching the hockey, and obviously cheering for Canada, but even if they're not playing, I've been enjoying everybody else watching those games.
Chance Germany and Canada could face each other here if both teams win in the quarters. What would that be like, seeing Leon and Connor go head to head?
That'd make a great game. I think for Team Germany to make that round, something that they're very capable of doing, and it'd make for a great matchup.
All right, a little bit there from head coach Chris Knobloch, and I will emphasize a very little bit. I had not heard that before. Did you get anything out of that, Coop? We played the coach. You heard what the coach had to say. He did not say much to me.
Yeah, he certainly
They're back on the ice. Like a lot of times I'll take the audio and I'll cut clips out of it so people don't have to listen to the whole thing. Just here's the best part we want to talk about. I don't know. I don't know if I would have taken any clips out of that.
No, there wasn't anything notable.
If people are like, Knobloch spoke, Reid, what did he say? Well, now you know what he said.
Yeah.
If I'm missing something, that's why we take texts and posts in the nasty chat. People can say, no, Reid, you got to elaborate on this, or he said this, that's interesting. I did not find anything that, like he said, okay, we're going to introduce some new things. Okay, that's the course of the whole season. They do that.
Mm-hmm. And you're coming back from a break. You're trying to adjust your game.
Right.
As well. I mean, you always want to add new things, like you said. The biggest thing to me, I mean, is, and it was an obvious point, that he's checking in on his players overseas.
Well, of course.
He's watching Szymanski. He's doing his work as a coach would do, and he's been enjoying his play for Team Germany and watching Leon Draisaitl as well. So that's about it.
Norman at Combine says, yes, Reid, snowmobile is ready to rip. I love the snow. Vincenzo says, I saw someone with shorts out there. That guy is crazy, LOL. And then Arthur says, probably the same guy that wears a toque when it's plus 32 Celsius.
Well, then doesn't
LOL.
Justin Lawrence always wear the shorts?
Justin Lawrence always wears shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, from our buddy from the Montreal Alouettes.
Big shorts
former
guy,
Golden Bear. Yeah. All right, 4:58. We got to go into the final hour here. Drew Remenda to talk some hockey and who knows what else when we get back.
Two guys and a goalie.
Canada will only allow one goal in the preliminary round. Hire it or fire it.
So they have Switzerland and then France. I'm going to hire it.
He said somebody gets one by.
Yeah, I would guess Switzerland. Someone's going to get one in Switzerland, but other than that.
Cass, hire it or fire it?
Hire it. They give up one. I mean, the odds of them running 3 straight are low.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked...
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada snowboarder Marc McMorris.
Thank you for your continued support, Canada. It's an honor to represent our country. Keep cheering loud, Canada. We feel it. Thank you, Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada ski cross racer Rhys Howden.
Being able to represent a country that has done everything to support my dreams is unreal. To stand on the podium and represent Canada, I don't take it for granted at all.
Sentinel Storage, proud partner of Team Canada.
Oilers news. Matt Savoy has been loaned to the AHL Condors, a 22-year-old with 9 goals, 18 points in 58 games played this season. The Condors in action tomorrow against the Firebirds. And men's quarterfinals action. It's Canada and Czechia rematching tomorrow at 8:40 in the morning. Canada picking up a 5-0 victory in their first matchup against Czechia to kick off the round robin. Elsewhere, we'll see Germany and Slovakia go at it. Sweden and the United States drop the puck, while Finland and Switzerland go toe-to-toe. We also saw Canada's men's curling squad improve to 6-1 in the round robin, beating Great Britain 9-5 Canada, second only to Switzerland, who sports a perfect record through 7 matches. Both Canada's Brad Jacobs and Rachel Holman face Italy tomorrow morning. Earlier, Canada won its third gold medal of the games in women's team pursuit speed skating. They add to their total, which is now at 12. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Okay. Hope everybody's having a great day. 5:02 p.m. Quitting time for Fred Flintstone. Did it ever snow on the Flintstones? It was like perpetual summer.
Yeah, it was just warm all the time.
It was just warm all the time.
Yeah, palm trees too.
Got really warm when that asteroid hit too, didn't it? Woo. Well, there were dinosaurs. Well, humans and dinosaurs didn't exist at the same time.
No, they didn't. That's the weird part about that show. It's not real.
Thanks, Scoop.
Yeah,
you
very obvious.
You finally
Sherlock
made
Holmes
sense for me. It's not real.
Yeah, just so you know,
I now understand why there's fiction and nonfiction.
What?
Why is it though? Like nonfiction is real. Why is it the real thing that gets the non-category and the made-up stuff is fiction?
That confused me as a kid. Yeah, I'd be like a 5-year-old in the library. I'm like, wait, Harry Potter was real in the fiction section?
Right, because if you put non something, it would be anyway. Our next guest is. Our next guest is, first of all, like, where's Jay? I don't want to be on the show without Jay, but Jay had to miss today. You can put Drew up. People will want to see. Look how much he loves me. It's amazing. He's on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast. You might need these guys today, everybody. Like, it's so bad out there. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. See, but if I were a real bad guy, Drew, I would have segued with the dinosaur comment to having you on, but I didn't do that.
Yeah, it would have worked. It definitely would have worked. And the fact that you're cracking yourself up more than anybody else signifies that the conversation you were having just before I came on was really apropos of your IQ level right there.
Yeah. Well, hey, I think I'm the funniest person I know. Like, you should be in here all the time. It's hilarious.
I don't think I could take it.
No, you could. Well, you have to move back to San Jose to get away from me a few years ago. No, I know it wasn't me you were escaping.
5 years. 5 years. It just seems like 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I do apologize. Jay had something coming up today, so he's not in today. He'll. I know you guys have bonded over the last year and a half. Did you go back to Saskatchewan, or are you in San Jose?
No, I did. I also do the Barracuda games on the schedule allows. So there was 2 games this past weekend, and there's 2 more coming up before I head back to the National Hockey League stuff. So it's I love doing the CUDA games. It's so much fun. I've done a couple of when Bakersfield was in. That's a good team, boy. They play very hard. They play fast. It's a very well-coached team, Bakersfield. Yeah. I love doing AHL games. They're fun. They're back and forth. There's always mistakes being made, so that makes exciting hockey, and very interesting every game on what the refs decide to call and not to call.
So what was it like there? Because I remember, because I've never been, I've only been to LA when it comes to California, and it was either, I can't remember if it was Dan or Randy, your colleagues, who told me a few years ago that San Jose actually has a larger population than San Francisco.
Yeah.
But everybody is so. Did you feel the impact of the Super Bowl? Because what's the layout of where the cities are in relation to each other?
So San Francisco is north on the bay, Oakland is east across the bay, and San Jose is south on the bay. Now, the where Levi Stadium, where the Niners play, is in Santa Clara, which is right next, close to the airport here in San Jose. It's basically in San Jose, in Santa Clara. So Michelle and I timed our walk perfectly, so the planes flew over us as they were heading over the stadium. The stadium from our place, when I'm about a 10-minute, not even, maybe a 10-minute walk from our arena. The stadium from where we live is a 10-minute drive. So it's where the Niners have always had their training facility, their practice facility. They've always been in Santa Clara, and then they used to play at Candlestick back in the day, right? And that's not there anymore.
Right.
So that was in. They've never actually been in San Francisco. They've been in South San Francisco. They have been in Santa Clara, and now are permanently housed in Santa Clara.
Okay. I didn't even realize that Candlestick wasn't even technically in
South San Francisco. Yeah, I was by the Candlestick was across the highway from the Cow Palace. Yeah.
Oh, no way. Okay, and the San Francisco Giants were there.
Yeah.
And that was known for the wind.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you have the... So Milne asked me a couple weeks ago if I believe that there's some kind of power station by the Niners Stadium that causes guys to get injured. Is that an urban myth? Do you even know about this?
That's not an urban myth. There is a power station by the Niners facility that people are saying is now to blame for all their guys getting injured, especially when Bosa and Warner got injured, and Kittle, as a matter of fact, too. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
California, we get to come up with all kinds of stuff.
The human mind searching for explanations. it never ceases to. See, this is sort of like I watch all these science fiction shows, but like I love the X-Files, but I'm like, so then people are like, oh, Reid, so you believe? No, I don't believe all that stuff. I like the storytelling. I like the fiction of it. It doesn't mean that I'm living my life based on Fox Mulder, finding a werewolf living in a shoe. Like I'm not nervous about putting my shoes on. Anyway, how has it been? Are people in your part of the United States, before we dive into the specifics of the hockey, like, are Americans big into all the Olympics? Do they like one sport or the other? What are you finding from your peers there?
They are, and I think most people are. They're mostly Summer Olympics people anyway. But as long as America is winning, people that I live here with, and I love being in America, and I love this country. I have been blessed to be able to live here. So I'm not disparaging the Americans at all. Like most countries, if you're winning and you got a shot, you're darn right that they are into the Olympics. They were all heartbroken, as a lot of us were, when Lindsey Vonn went down, because she was going to be such a great story. And when the quad god went down, that was, again, they were disappointed. But most people, honestly, especially in this area, because it's, as I said, we live right next to the rink and right in San Jose, they're excited about the Olympics. They can't wait for a Canada-U.S. showdown for the gold medal again.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering about that. And the time zone obviously is sometimes...
Yeah.
Like Leon's playing at 4:10 Mountain Time tomorrow.
Yeah.
So 3:10 there, right? So,
yeah. The gold medal game's at 5, is at 5:10.
Yeah, because it'll be 6:10 here, so you're up early on
getting
Sunday.
up to watch it.
Yeah, I'll be getting up to watch it for sure. Absolutely. You mentioned the quad god. Like, I feel, and I was talking to Gager about this, I feel bad for him because, of course, there's the humanity of seeing someone fail, you know, on a giant stage. But I also feel, because Gager said to me, he's like, Reid, he's never lost a competition. Yeah. But with a lot of these Olympic sports, when do we watch them? During the Olympics. So he may dominate everything again for the next 3 years and 11 months. Yeah. And in 2030, people are going to turn on the TV and be like, oh, that's that dude that fell last time.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, there's one of the greatest skaters of all time.
Right. Like how much do you watch ski jumping, or how much do you watch the luge or bobsled or anything, the biathlon? How much do you watch downhill skiing? I don't. I watch hockey. I watch MMA. I watch football. Those are the big three for me.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, this guy's they all, for the most part, perform in silence. But when they get on the big stage, it certainly brings more pressure. But the guy went out, on his shield, so to speak. He didn't baby it. He went out and did what he tried that he usually does, but he's caught some edges and went down.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. That's the game.
Yeah. And one of the people that I was really fortunate enough to cover during the course of my career was when I lived in Lloydminster. Becky Scott was Canada's top cross-country skier from nearby Vermilion, so she might be back in the summer, or you'd have a chance to interview her. And, she was part of that amazing sequence where she finished third, got a bronze, was upgraded to silver, had a medal ceremony for that, and then another person got caught doping, got the gold. But, she was telling me, like, in Norway, there's like 50,000 people out for a cross-country. That is the NFL in some of these other countries. It's amazing.
Yeah. George Kingston, who was the first coach of the Sharks and coached the University of Calgary Dinos and coached in Norway, would tell me about sports in Norway. And I'd look at him side-eyed and go, really? That many people? And he'd go, yep. That was the way it was in Norway, or still the way it is.
Yeah. Well, and that's the great thing about talking, and you and I are lucky to have these jobs where you encounter people who have been to other, and you realize, our little bubble isn't the whole world. We got to respect other people's passions and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Drew Remenda joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. All right, but hockey is the passion in this market. Connor McDavid is the most popular player. Well, talking about living up to the hype, eh? Grabbing 9 points in 3 games.
He has been a man possessed. It was interesting reading Doug Armstrong's comments that when the Oilers were in St. Louis, he and Connor sat down for a cup of coffee, and Connor just kept talking about how excited he was to get on the Olympic team and go play for Canada and get the Olympic chance to win a gold medal. And he thought that he didn't play very well in the Four Nations, and he wanted to be much, much better, and he was training for it and excited for it. And you watch him play, and you and I have talked about joy a lot when you watch certain players play, how much fun they're having. You look at him now, and after Sidney Crosby scored, he grabs Macklin Celebrini and gives him a big hug, and he's excited as anybody. He's excited like that 19-year-old young man who has been the next star in that tournament, that you can see that he is driving everything right now for Canada. This is his moment. This is his chance to be, the next guy with the golden goal. He's doing everything he can to not only will that team to win, but perform at such a high level that I don't care who you are and who you're playing and how you're trying to play against him, he's going to find a way to beat you.
Yeah, the physicality has been...
Well, that was the best part.
Yeah.
The first game against Czechia, first shift, he throws that huge hit, and when they get back to the bench, Marchand apparently yells at Wilson, "Hey, Willie, that a boy, good hit, good job, first shift, way to go." And Wilson went, "No, I was Connor. And Marchand went, "What? Really?" Yeah. So, he's been... One thing that we know about Connor McDavid is that he can elevate his game, even though you think, how can a guy that good even elevate his game? And we've seen it again and again, especially when he won the Conn Smythe in the first run to the Stanley Cup. And he was phenomenal, and he's always been phenomenal. I remember when he came back from the rookie year, that injury, he took it, and then against Philly, and then against Columbus, he comes back his first game, and he scores that amazing goal, almost using the same move, driving towards the net. And he is a guy that has done everything he can off the ice to prepare for this moment on the ice. And I can't wait to see it when it gets on Sunday and we get to watch that.
Yeah, and just to transition to the quadruple header tomorrow, it's going to be a blast. Yeah. People were asking me off the top of the show, how can Canada play Germany? In the semifinal, it's actually quite possible. And in the gold medal game, it could have Germany, Slovakia. Is this a pick 'em to you, or do you think Germany might even have an edge?
I don't think Germany's got an edge. I like Slovakia's team.
You do? Okay.
I like the way they play. They play a heavy, hard, straight ahead North American game. I like that team a lot. To me, Germany's looked slow. They have not looked. You heard, if you're watching the game, you heard the Kachuk brothers. Mind you, I don't know how much you can take as right. Reality when Matt and Brady are chirping guys, but they looked slow. So for me, I'm looking at Slovakia on that one. But you know what? I am the worst at predicting. So I may not be the guy, but they're going to need another 3-4 point game from Leon if they're going to be able to push to the next round.
I think because a couple guys were, but believe it or not, we have a couple listeners who check odds for games.
No, really?
Wow.
And
I thought, was Germany the favorite? Germany is a slight favorite on at least playalberta.ca, but yeah. All right, so here's the other big one then. Like, is this? I'll ask it this way, though. This might be a silly way to ask it, but like, is this the worst possible matchup for the States to get in the quarterfinal? The way things shook down to then all of a sudden get Sweden.
I looked at this tournament going in, and I looked at that Swedish team, and I thought, don't sleep on the Swedes. That's a good hockey team. The one thing about the team that Billy Guerin built, though, he built a team. He built a grinding team. He built a team that, going up against the Swedes, they can beat them down. And as good as that we've seen Connor play and Macklin Celebrini play, and how good the defense has played for Canada. In fact, Canada's had just great performances, how well they've played. That U.S. team is spurred on by the Tkachuk brothers. I know that people don't like hearing that in Canada. Well, maybe in Ottawa they do. But those two guys, man, oh man, do they push. And Brady is the biggest guy who's pushing around. Jack Eichel's having he's having a fantastic year. Since he went from Buffalo to Vegas, he's one of the best players in the league. And he is having a really good tournament. That is a team that I don't think they can be dismounted from going to the finals against Canada. I think it's a U.S.-Canada game, finals. It's going to be interesting how both teams get there. But overall, the two best teams are the U.S. team and the Canadian team. And I think they'll handle the Swedes.
Okay, yeah, I would agree with you. Canada and U.S. are the best. Maybe I'm just going like Sweden's always good.
Yeah,
I guess
you know what?
You'll wonder, but
yeah, they are, and they bounce back from a tough first game. That's a good team. And like I said, don't sleep on that team. But they are, I think they'll just be overmatched by the U.S. I think the U.S. will play that very heavy, straight ahead, get them into the corners, pound them game, and it's going to be tough for the Swedes to get their game going.
Of course, the Tkachuk exchange to Draisaitl has been a fun talking point on this. I'm not gonna. I mean, we've broken it down. I'm gonna come at you from a slightly different angle because we've talked about it. I worked with Gager, worked with Matt Cassian, worked with Sean Bell, worked with Rob Brown for over a decade.
Yeah, ask how much they all,
there's some pretty nasty stuff on the ice.
That was a tame one. Yeah.
Yeah, like Rob said, like if he heard your brother got 0% in a math test in grade 11, somehow that's going to be brought up.
Absolutely.
Or worse. So
yeah, way worse.
But from your experience, times you've coached, times you've been a broadcaster, best or most original trash talker that you've experienced or heard about?
I can't tell you the one that's the best.
Oh, no.
Because you just can't tell it. But I'll tell you this one. Craig Berube's playing for the Calgary Flames. And we are playing the Calgary Flames at the Cow Palace. It was our second year, I do believe. And it was a weird schedule. We were going to play Calgary 3 times in 4 days in San Jose. Two at the Cow Palace and one in Sacramento, the neutral site game.
Oh, right.
So a guy named Dougie Smolik played for us. Great guy, tons of heart. He squares up with Craig Berube in the first period, right by our bench. And I love Doug. He's a really good man, but he couldn't fight a parking ticket. I mean, he just couldn't. He was scrappy. He'd fight anybody, but he wasn't very good at it. And they drop the gloves, and as soon as he reaches in on Berube, bang, one shot, splits his lip, chips a tooth, down he goes. Okay, over. Next period, Dave Maley comes out, lines up with Craig Berube, same place, by our bench, and goes, Chief, I got to go with you. And Berube went, because I could hear him, I was on the bench. Berube went, why? He goes, because you embarrassed the kid. And Craig went, you sure? He goes, yeah. He goes, okay. Drop the gloves. And it's almost like you were watching a hologram of a replay of the first fight. square up, reaches in, bang, down he goes, split lip, cracked tooth, I swear to you, okay? And they get the blood off, they get nails out, and Ronnie Stearns, playing for Calgary at the time, he's by our bench, and he leans over our bench and goes, hey guys, good news, tomorrow, the ref has waived the 3 knockdown rule.
Oh my goodness!
So that was a pretty good one, but the best one I can't tell you because it's very, very, very politically incorrect these days.
Well, off air, or you could text me.
Okay.
Sometimes those are. Does it involve someone I know personally?
No.
Just through being a broadcaster.
Yeah, just for being when I was coaching. Yeah, it happened. Okay. Yeah. But the guy it happened to, the guy that was chirped, laughed about it higher than anybody. But anyway, we'll tell you about it one day.
Well, that's the thing. Like sometimes, like
back in the day, 90s.
If you've made the NHL, you probably don't get your feelings hurt.
No,
by
not
that,
at all.
right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the only thing. And I'm sure you saw some of the reaction. Is Leon the person you want to get mad? Like I always said, I love an angry Leon. Yeah.
If you're Germany, you would be.
You want your teammates want him to be
keep
ticked
chirping
off.
him. Yeah. We've seen what Leon. It's like he's like the Hulk. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah, it's a good point. Drew, you never make me angry. Thanks a lot for doing this. It's always a blast. And thanks for. I know you're still doing some Barracuda game, but a little bit of downtime for you. So thanks for taking time out of that to hop on the show.
Yeah, my boys are coming to visit me tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. So.
Okay, and we still got a couple Sharks Oilers games, so we'll have to talk to you around those too. Really appreciate it, buddy.
Okay, buddy. Good seeing you.
Drew Remenda checking in on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. I'm not even sure what we covered, but I was enjoying it the whole time. So, but yeah, he says States Canada in the final. Hard to argue that, but he doesn't think that he doesn't think Germany can do it in the quarterfinal tomorrow. So that'll be interesting to see. Well, I mean, it's not that he doesn't think they can do it, but he thinks Slovakia is the better team.
Right, that they're favored in that matchup for sure. I mean, I don't know. He said he was a bad picker, bad at picking some teams. So I'm kind of hoping he's wrong with that pick. But yeah, good breakdown as always from Drew Remenda there. You guys went all over the place, and man, I still it's hard for me to fathom at this point that Macklin Celebrini has this opportunity as a 19-year-old to play with Connor McDavid. Like Connor McDavid didn't really have that same opportunity to play with the best of the best at his age. When he was
because McDavid could have gone in 2018, right? And then they didn't go in 2022. So yeah, it's fun watching all these great players, right? And like Drew was saying, the McDavid bringing the physicality and just all the storylines for the tournament. Love having Drew on the show. He's kind of a semi-regular here at this point. All right, we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. No Jason Milne today. He should be back tomorrow, but it's me and the Coob in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Hockey lives at the Canadian Brewhouse during every Oilers game day at any Edmonton and area location. Enter to win Oilers home game tickets at Rogers Place. Plus, enjoy $1 off Molson Canadian and Coors Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. We'll see what Zach Hyman had to say after practice today. We got fired up for Gemco. Words of the day for EPL coming up as well. Here's Coop.
Oilers news, Matt Savoy has been loaned to the AHL Condors, a 22-year-old with 9 goals, 18 points, and 58 appearances with the Oilers this season. It's the Condors in action tomorrow against the Firebirds in men's quarterfinals action. It's Canada and Czechia rematching 8:40 tomorrow morning. 3 other games on tap, including Germany and Slovakia, meeting bright and early at 4:10 a.m. Canada ends day 11 at the Olympics, adding 1 medal to their total, now with 12, adding a gold. With the women's team pursuit speed skating squad picking up gold in their performance in the final earlier today. Canada now ranks 11th in total medals at these games. It picks back up tomorrow when Canada's Mark Morris suits up for the men's slope style final in cross-country skiing. Women's team sprinting freestyle action has Canada's Allison Mackin and Liliane Gagnon getting underway. The Reid Wilkins Show resumes following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The oil stream.
Now he's on this Olympic team. He saw 3 points in the first game. Say he breaks Slani and Koivu's Olympic point tournament record. He's the tournament MVP. He wins a gold medal when we've waited for him. He gets the first crack at the Olympic and wins a gold medal. And maybe he scores the winner. And there's a chance that the next 2 weeks here could be the most prime that we'll ever see from Connor McDavid.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Looking by Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain.
Hear the story of Waylon Jennings through story, song, and multimedia performance March 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino.
The only way to know how.
Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Yeah. It's the glue guy, holding it down. You know the vibe. Friday night lights to early morning strides. Used to lace up the cleats, crowd screaming my name. Now I'm lacing up Nikes, but the hustle's the same. Studio lights, hot takes, I'm running the game. Half marathons on Sunday, still chasing that fame. They call me the glue guy.
The glue guy grind. Glue guy not in today. We expect him back tomorrow. We'll be talking about the 4 hockey quarterfinals on the men's side with a focus on the game between Canada and Czechia. So that's 8:40 Mountain Time tomorrow morning. And we'll also tee up the Canada-USA women's gold medal game. What time is that again? Thursday, Coop? Did you say 9:10?
9:10, yes.
9:10 Mountain Time. Okay. So that's what we have for that. So that'll be pretty fun. Let's have some fun here with Fired Up. Maybe we can warm people up. Like, I just looked out the window. I wish I hadn't. Well, I mean, I knew what was out there. Like, it's gross.
It's like a jump scare a little bit.
It is a bit. That's true.
Like, you know what's out there, and
the snow's flying in every direction.
Yeah.
The good thing is our vehicles don't appear to be too, because sometimes if it's snowing and then there's like a foot of snow on your car, and if it's wet, like
heavy,
we'll have to do a little bit of brushing, but I think because it's so windy, the snow is at least not accumulating. I'm trying to look on the bright side here, everybody.
Yeah.
Trying to find a positive.
Yeah,
it won't take you 7 minutes to wipe the snow off your car. It might take you 1.
The car is only half covered.
Yeah.
Or what's
I don't even know.
Because sometimes, you get the
wind
wind drifts.
Too bad. Yeah, but it's horrific.
Get the snowblower out.
Fired up you have to take the snowblower up on top of my car. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. I will remind everybody, if you are taking us in on YouTube this afternoon, we need 20 thumbs to get to 100, so get in there and click.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
And of course, click the share button as well. Send the show link off to somebody else in your life and get them involved in our great community here at Edmonton Sports Talk. All right. Well, I as you know, Coob, I enjoy watching a movie or two, and I do it far, far less than I used to at earlier times in my life for a few reasons. Just the everyday grind of life, you know? And I feel like a lot of movies are too long. Like every movie doesn't have to be 2.5 hours. It's a little frustrating. And let's face it, there's a lot of really good television now. So sometimes if you need something in that 45 to 60 minute time frame, it's like, great, I'll watch that because I know I can finish an episode, so I'm not watching a movie. But over the course of, because I wound up with a 4-day weekend, I watched 3 movies.
Did you?
I watched 3 movies on streaming services. I did not attend the cinema, but I watched 3 movies over streaming. Now, I'm going to start with the disappointment, okay? Ooh. Now, I wish Jay were here because he didn't exactly recommended this movie, but he goes, no, Reid, it's a good movie. Even someone your age, and I'm going to be 52 in about 6 weeks. I know that sounds hard to believe, Coob, because I have such a youthful joie de vivre. A what?
Presence.
Yes, I have such a youthful bouquet about me. But Jay was like, no, like this movie's for adults too. Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
Frozen.
I finally watched Frozen.
Okay, I've
it was awful.
Yeah, I turned it off.
It wasn't awful,
minutes.
but it was like it did not pull me in. I'm like, this is not for me.
It's too musical.
Okay,
in my opinion.
The snowman was funny.
Oh,
Olaf's funny. The reindeer was funny. The music's fine, but I'm like, this isn't Shrek or Ratatouille where there's a lot of jokes for adults too, where the story is sort of universal for all ages.
You didn't want to
I thought this was very much a children's story, and I don't have a problem with that. I think there should be cinema and art for people of all ages. I'm just saying, for me, this is not something I needed to watch after all.
So it wasn't. So all the hype around it was just.
Have you haven't seen it, or you said you watched part of it?
I've watched parts of it, and it was, I think, in grade 6 or grade 7 or something like that. My friends,
so borderline, where maybe you still might have liked it, but not really.
Yeah. So I was like,
Now we're in the minority. The thing made like $1.3 billion.
Yeah, it made.
I'm not telling other people not to like it. I'm just saying Mr. Milne said, no, Reid, you middle-aged single man, you're still going to, I don't think he said you might like it. I think he said you will like it.
Yeah, you would get some enjoyment and happiness
It was a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, you didn't want to go build a snowman after seeing that?
I didn't. I didn't even want to let it go.
Yeah, when I watched it, though, I went through 15 minutes of it because my friend's little brother at the time was like, hey, Zach, do you want to watch this with me? I'm like, sure,
yeah,
why not?
He's probably seen it 40 times already.
Yeah, and he has. It's probably one of his favorite movies.
And he's probably picking his nose and wiping it on your jeans while he's watching it with you. It was just awful.
When they started singing the first song, I'm like, hey, I've seen enough. I don't need to see it.
Yeah, he got into the songs really quickly.
Yeah, I didn't like that side of it. Those kind of movies aren't mine, but that's unfortunate to hear, Reid, that you also didn't like it.
All right. I also watched a movie. I think it came out last year. I think it's a 2025 release. I would recommend this, especially if you like interesting dialogue and sort of a little bit of a mystery and a little bit of a spy angle to it with just a touch of romance thrown in. It's called Black Bag. It's with Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett, both awesome. Both have played Marvel villains, by the way, Magneto and Hela. Directed by Steven Soderbergh of Sex, Lies, and Videotape fame. Aaron Brockovich, Traffic. He did the series The Nick. And this, I think it was like 95, 99 minutes. Goes by quick. I almost felt like I was watching a play at times, the way some of the scenes were and the dialogue and the pacing and all that kind of stuff and the character development. Kind of a fun movie. Pulls you in. There's kind of a layered mystery to it, but not one where your brain's going to be broken thinking about it. It's kind of like it's like a fun ride with a little bit of more brain thrown in. So Black Bag.
Yeah. So the synopsis of this, yes. One intelligent agent, Catherine Woodhouse, is suspected of betraying the nation. Her husband, also a legendary agent, faces the ultimate test of whether to be loyal to his marriage or his country.
Right. And there's kind of like double crossing and deception.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he's so I guess it's never referred to as Britain. You're right, but it's assumed it's Britain.
Even looking at
anyway.
It, like, these are.
And he is his role is that he exposes liars. Like he can detect dishonesty through tactics and experience and all this kind of stuff.
Well, that's intriguing. Wow.
Yeah. See, Black Bag.
Black Bag.
I would recommend it.
Huh.
Now, the third movie I watched,
and
I got to say, this movie was an absolute blast. It's science fiction, action, part of a larger universe, part of a franchise, but like good effects, good pacing, like it has a good story to it, has some heart, has a little bit of gore. Predator Badlands. This was, if you like the Predator series, if you like science fiction, action, that's going to carry it through the whole way. It wasn't overly long. I think it was about an hour 40, hour 45. Predator Badlands. So it's basically, the Predator series, that there are these creatures that go around and hunt and kill.
Yeah.
For, to prove themselves. So it's the main character is sort of a predator who's carrying a little bit of shame, who needs to prove himself. And so he has to go to this creature-filled planet and try to take down this alpha creature on the planet.
Wow.
And there's other twists and turns along the way. It crosses over a little bit with the Alien universe. There aren't aliens in it.
Oh,
I highly, especially if you're not into action, if you're not into creatures, if you're not into special effects, stay away. But if you're like me and you like some of that stuff, I highly recommend Predator Badlands.
There's only a certain amount of action movies that I enjoy, but this one, when it came out, I was like, man, I might need to see it. Because watching Alien versus Predator, or just Predator and Predators.
Well, the first one with Schwarzenegger is a beautiful
unreal
film.
So, the description, as you said, a young Predator outcast from his clan finds an unlikely ally on his journey in search of the ultimate adversary.
Right, yeah.
And I'm just watching the trailer. It's exciting. It looks so good.
Yeah.
There's some fight scenes there that look absolutely electric. Now, so out of those three, that would be the top one that you've seen this
Black
weekend?
Bag's pretty good, but just for overall Predator Badlands, Black Bag a close second and Frozen a distant third.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm just saying, I'm not telling anybody not to like Frozen. I can only give my own personal reaction to it, and I think everybody understands where I'm coming from. Like, I'm not telling you to go home and tell your 7-year-old daughter, like, oh, this guy on the radio hates Frozen. Like, no.
Yeah. Come on.
I'm just saying, like, for me, I didn't need to watch it.
Jeez.
Grumpy Cat with a great point in the afternoon inbox for River Cree Resort and Casino, 780-218-9999. Is Magneto a villain, or is he just misunderstood and humans are the villains? Okay, let me put it this way to you, Grumpy Cat. Magneto is the antagonist to Professor X's protagonist, but I will not assign morality to either one. Is that more fair? Yeah, sort of.
Magneto.
All right. Do you have anything you're fired up about? Or are we moving on? It's fine if we're moving on.
Yeah, Canada, Czechia tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I think Canada, Czechia, the quadruple header, likely getting Jay Milne back. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. It probably won't be snowing.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be cold, Probably won't be snowing tomorrow. Well,
It'll
if
just
you
be
get
cold.
up for the 4:10 a.m. game, maybe there'll still be some snow. I think by the time Canada's checking,
And it'll be hump day tomorrow.
already.
We're already halfway
This is
through the
only a
weekend.
3-day work week for me because I just had yesterday off and I'm taking Friday off again.
You're a smart man, Reid.
I really am. I really am. Thanks for
Highly
recognizing
intelligent.
that. If you haven't clicked the thumbs up on YouTube, you got 15 minutes to do so. We need 18 thumbs to get to 100. And Mex, okay, I'm glad he brought this up. Predator Badlands is terrific. So is the animated Predator Killer of Killers. I think that's a series that came out late last year. You're going to hear some comments from Oilers forward Zach Hyman, and we'll do words of the day for Edmonton Public Library.
Oilers news. Matt Savoy has been loaned to the Condors. The 22-year-old with 9 goals, 18 points in 58 games this season with the Oilers. It's the Condors in action tomorrow against the Firebirds. And men quarterfinals action at the Olympics. It's Canada and Czechia rematching 8:40 tomorrow morning. 3 other games on tap, including Germany and Slovakia meeting bright and early at 4:10. And Canada ends day 11 at the Olympics, adding another gold to their medal count, now with 3 picking up a win this morning in women's team pursuit speed skating. Canada now ranks 11th in total medals at these games with 12. Final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
EST Afternoons.
What have you seen that's been a little bit of surprise? Maybe just with the chemistry brewing on Team Germany.
Josh Szymanski looked really good. Like he set up a goal, he scored another, and like I said, he's a big guy that can skate. He's got really good offensive instincts. He's got good hands, as you saw on his goal. Really, this is a guy that I think the Oilers really like. This is a guy that I can see being a really solid
EST
player.
Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Looking back Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain.
Hear the story of Waylon Jennings through story, song, and multimedia performance March 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino.
The only way to know how.
Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Okay, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Jay Milne will return tomorrow. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Also, playalberta.ca. I did Jay's play of the day today. It's just over 3-1. Canada minus 2.5 tomorrow against Czechia, with McDavid to get 2 or more points, Celebrini to get at least a point, and Makar to get at least a point. So all 4 of those things to happen, and you get the win. Oilers skated this afternoon. Let's hear from forward Zach Hyman.
Yeah, really good break.
Is it a little weird having a break in the middle of the season at this length of time? I mean, I know, breaks have happened for other reasons, but just to have one for the Olympic break this long, is it different, I guess? Or?
Yeah, different for sure. I mean, we had a good one last year with the Four Nations. This one's a little bit longer, but we're practicing, and we don't play for another week. So, there's still a lot of break left, I should say, and it'll be good to clean up on things.
Ryan mentioned he's been watching a lot of Olympics. Have you been tuning in quite a bit?
No, I haven't. We took the kids to Disney, so it was a offline kind of week, but I'll be catching up on things this week.
Zach, with the pace of the schedule and how busy it was, especially in January, how important have you found this break? I know that you're probably running around busy, but how important has it been for you guys?
I think anytime you get we played a lot of hockey in the last 3 years, so for a lot of us to have a break like this in the middle of the season, it's obviously unorthodox, but you want to take advantage of it, and you want to rest and heal up whatever you got going on, and it's just a nice break and nice reset for our group. And yeah, I guess we have a full week of team practice just to kind of sharpen up, and it's kind of like a mini training camp, really, and you don't get that very often.
You mentioned you haven't watched too much of the Olympics, but having Leon and Connor now in the quarterfinals here coming up, starting tomorrow, is that going to be like 2 guys you're buddies with, who you've played with for a long time now? Mm-hmm. Getting a chance to see those guys compete on the stage for the first time in their careers, for you, what does that mean to you to see those guys there?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I haven't watched much, but statistically, they're both off the charts. So, I think Connor's broken the Canadian record in 3 games, something crazy like that, and Leon's carrying doing his thing, carrying his team, and right up there, I'm sure, statistically. I think he had 2 goals, or 1 goal and 2 assists today, whatever it was. So they're leaders. They drive the bus on whatever team they're on, whether it be our team or their respective Olympic teams, and cheering for both those guys. And I think there may be a path that they can make the finals together. So that'll be fun. We'll be cheering for that final.
What was it like to see Szymanski be able to find the success that he did this morning, obviously being able to pitch in with a big goal, and just a young guy like that, finding his way? It's
awesome. He's such a great kid, such a great person. Always has a smile on his face. Easy guy to cheer for, easy guy to like, and wishing him all the best there, obviously. And I thought he played great when he was up with us, and he's obviously carried it over into the Olympic stage, which is not easy to do at his age.
All right, a little bit there from Zach Hyman. So went to Disney, took a little bit of a break there from hockey, but paying attention to his Oilers teammates now that he's back in Edmonton, and Germany and Canada, both in the quarterfinals tomorrow. Well, Leon plays in what? 8 hours? No, 10 hours. About 10 hours.
Yeah, 10-ish hours.
10, 9.5. What are we at? 10.5. It's pretty.
Yeah,
it's relatively soon.
Yeah.
4:10.
Who's going to be up for that anyway?
Somebody will get up and watch.
Yeah.
4:10
I wonder
in the morning.
if Zach Hyman and his family ran into any of the princesses from Frozen. Ran into Elsa
at Disney,
like that.
maybe. Yeah.
Probably did.
Probably.
Who knows?
Yeah,
they probably got full rides of them.
What are they called? Elsa and Anna? I do remember
Elsa
that.
and Anna. Yeah.
All right, let's do words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. Edmonton Public Library has their Intellectual Freedom Campaign. EPL won't tell you what to read, just where to find it. Intellectual freedom, your right to read, watch, listen, and explore ideas without barriers. Intellectualfreedom.ca. St. Nolan from Fat Albert in the nasty chat says, blizzard in St. Albert. Got stuck getting into my driveway. Not good. Charlie, however, says snow is slowing in Sherwood Park, just a dusting now. Interesting.
Quite the change-up.
But the last time I looked at the radar, like the cloud is huge, so there might be pockets where it's worse than others. But
It's real bad.
anyway, I think you got to take it easy. Well, we're going to take it easy.
Yeah.
Taking the Clydesdales home. All right, Coop, you got me words of the day?
I do. Do we want to hear the intro?
Yeah, if you got it over there, sure. Roll the tape.
The word of
you
the
got
day.
it on the reel-to-reel machine?
Reid and
I
Jay.
do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
All right, the first word of the day. Gelid.
Say again?
Gelid.
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 Wow, I do not know this word. Jeez. Yeah, this is an
odd one.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this word.
Can you say it one more
today.
time?
Gelid.
Gelid?
Gelid.
I'm just going to take a stab at it. G-E-L-L-A-D?
G-E-L-L-A-D?
Is it E-D?
Is incorrect.
Is it G-E-L-L-E-D?
Not a double L. It's G-E-L-I-D.
Oh, wow.
Gelid. Yeah, that I knew that would throw you through a loop.
I don't know this word, so I can't even begin to take. So I'll have to sacrifice another half point and ask for it in a sentence.
Okay, well, this is a sentence that they give me. The Gelid pond. The Gelid pond.
That's it?
There's
There's I guess you can't give it away, but it gives it away.
I mean,
so it relates to water or something like that. I will say. Sorry.
You want a better sentence? Because I can give one that won't fully give it away.
Sure, if you think it's fair, yeah.
Maybe on a hot summer day, you'd like to enjoy a dip in a Gelid pond.
Cool, clear water.
I can't give it to you, Reid. That's 0 for 2. It just means icy or extremely cold. I guess you wouldn't have
icy or extremely cold.
I kind of tossed that away. It's icy or extremely cold.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, I've learned a new word.
Like
man, oh man, yeah, that was a tough one, Coop.
Pond. Maybe,
I bet you people knew that though.
Oh, I've never actually heard of that myself. Like I said before today.
It's kind of a neat word.
Need to hear the pronunciation of this one.
What's happening?
What is this?
Oh, you're playing it for yourself?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, it's
ebullience is the second word of the day.
By the way, we need 10 thumbs on YouTube. So if you haven't given us a thumbs up, click before we go. Say that again.
Ebullience. Ebullience.
Oh, I might be able to pull out the spelling. E-B-O-U-L-I-E-N-C-E. Ebullience.
That's a no-go, Reid.
Crap. What is it?
E-B-U-L-L-I-E-N-C-E.
There's 2 L's?
Yes.
Oh,
ebullience.
Wow. Ebullience. Okay, and I think... is this like enthusiastic energy?
Yes. Wow, there we go.
Salvaged a point. Wow.
Nice. The quality of being cheerful and full of energy, exuberance.
Yeah, I think
right?
I pretty much.
You basically
because I said enthusiastic energy.
It's the same.
I think enthusiasm is close enough to cheerfulness the way that I presented it.
The ebullience of happy children. It would.
I'm comfortable taking a point there.
I'll give you the full point there. So
1 out of 4. 1 out of 4.
That's 25%.
Not great, but those were challenging words because the spelling. Yeah. Because sometimes, you might get a word where like the spelling's impossible. Both those were challenging, but not impossible. And I mean the definitions I think were fair words. Like I could have just known it or figured it out. Like I kind of knew what you were at with is it Gelid or Gelid? Gelid. Like I kind of knew you were after, but I didn't word it quite properly. But I'm glad I got the definition for ebullience. That makes me ebullient.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I always give you the hard words, Reid.
I like being challenged. Like I said, as long as they're not totally impossible, because then it's not fun for anybody just to be like take a random stab at it.
Yeah,
like at least I was in the
characters.
ballpark for the spelling. Okay, fun show, everybody. We expect Jay Milne back tomorrow. We'll have plenty of Olympic hockey to talk about and other storylines as well. Have a Zachary Kubish. I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a great evening.